What up, my familiar? You know what it is, a Don Tony Teflon, Fill the Issues guy, the number one, first, the original pregame show for from in this community. Make sure you hit that thumbs up for your boys on the way. Your number one show for the fans, by the fans, right here. Phil, we had an episode 2 last night. What did you think about it? Initial thoughts?
Oh my goodness, another great episode of From. I loved episode 1 a little bit more, but so much stuff happened tonight. Yes, it was a move along the plot episode, but they also took time to disclose a bunch of things, clear up a couple things that people have been talking about. Tony's been talking about since season 2, episode 9. We'll talk about that in a second as well. Thanks to everyone that's listening to the audio cast as well. Escaping From is back. I can't wait, Tony. This could be fun.
100%. And before we get into this whole thing, we got a new member. It's Denise. Thank you so much for becoming a member. We really appreciate it. We are simulcasting here on Teflon TV and Fill the Issues Guys channel. So make sure you hit that thumbs up for your boys. And let's say what up to some of the people who are here rocking with us right now. We got Steph Snow in the building rocking with us. Sonic Your Boy is up in this piece. Peter Griffin is up in here. Our girl Fatima is up in this piece rocking with us right now. We got Captain Shiva is up in here right now rocking. Yes, their Costa plot went from 0 to 60. We're going to talk about this, okay? Y'all, man, maybe I gotta. Phil,
are you gonna be making more excuses for Acosta tonight? Is that what's gonna happen?
Listen, man, I think people, man, y'all be forgetting. So maybe because this picture behind me, I gotta switch it up so y'all no.
Is this you're switching this up just to put support of Acosta after this episode?
That's right. That's what it is.
She needs your support after tonight, Tony.
Yeah, just to know how I ride. Y'all better watch your mouth about
that being said, while you're doing that, I gotta say how much I love when Harold or some actors curse better than other actors. When Harold says, like, you motherfucker, when he's like, no one says it like Harold. Like when he dragged her out of the car, you know, he was intense stuff. But when he's looking, what the hell are you doing? Like when he's mad at you, you just feel like your whole life's falling apart. You're like, that dude was in Oz. I'm scared of him. Like he's screaming Walt at you. It's just a horrible sight. Like he took so much joy in berating your girl tonight.
100%. And Sonic Your Boy says, Tony, you gonna throw hands with Boyd if you slam your car. Listen, it would be a wrap. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, if dude was, I would go. I ain't worried about no Harold. Listen, man, I've grown up in that place. I take a chainsaw and cut a tree in front of my car purposely, and then come right and make sure I'm up in that piece and turn around and walk up in there. Yeah, I can't have that. You know what I mean? They can't be having that and stuff. But listen, man, y'all hating on my shorty, man. We still say what up though. Mighty Pato is in the building right now with a Hector is up in this piece, rocking his TCP147 is in the Isis Blue is in the building rocking with us. The nonfiction is in here. That's right. That's right. I'm gonna wear a Free Acosta shirt next time. I'll get one made up.
Everything broke down is always cracking me up. I don't know. Harold was in the Matrix and Oz. And Oz.
I don't care.
I love you, Tony.
I'm in real life.
Sure. He's an actor. You're like he's an actor in real life.
Yeah. He could act like he could kick my ass, but real life he could do it.
You don't weigh but $105. Yeah. Oh my goodness! But what a great episode! So many awesome things happened in this episode. Obviously, we can get into everything, but you know, Jade got dressed down tonight as well, Tony, from Tabitha when he just didn't read the room correctly. Right thought, but wrong opportunity. I know people want to be hard on Tabitha, but Tabitha literally within a day lost her husband. One thing I want to ask you about. Now that we know Ghost Jim might be a thing, Tony, do you still think it was Julie moving the things in the kitchen the night before, or could that have been Jim?
I'm not going to say it's Jim. It's still going to be Julie when it's all said and done. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say at all that has anything to do with him. I just don't see it. It's Jim. It's a different type of ghost with him for sure. But I just don't see it being him. I see it unless they're trying to expand him. Again, I don't know how much they're going to expand the character and everything else, but they would try to give him something to do and have him doing that and stuff. You know, I just I don't see it. I still think it's gonna be Julie when it's all said and done, the one who's doing that. Yeah, make sure you smash that like button, as nonfiction is saying. You know, people been playing the same game with Phil and I for what, over 5 years, setting their live streams up half an hour before ours and stuff. Yeah, we've been doing this for years. I mean, they need to get a new trick.
We know the game. One thing that did change up for this episode, Tony, and we finally got this, and I like it, is it seems like characters are starting to talk. The last couple of episodes are people catching up. We got Jade and Boyd finally talked, and now there's a plan. You got to save kids or whatever. And Boyd says a very, like, it's almost like an obvious on the nose line, and to the point that almost doesn't need to be talked about, but it needs to be said. Boyd's like, what? Well, there's some kids in the past that have already died, and how are we going to save kids in the past that have already died? And if only they had a time traveler, Tony. If only there was somewhere in the cast somebody could time travel. One thing I do want to get on Julie about, and I'm curious if this was just like a slip up. So if Randall did get affected by the whole thing, like when Julie stepped through the portal, she had Randall step through first to test it out so he could save her. What if Randall actually did story walk too? How would Julie have saved him?
Yeah, that's why she did the test, I think, to make sure he couldn't do it.
Yeah, but if he could and he was in there all fucked up, she couldn't save him.
I would hope she could pull him out. I mean,
drag him with a stick or something.
He doesn't look like a big dude. I would say in real life he looks like he's probably about 5'6", maybe 7. He probably weighs about 150 pounds.
We did see him do some pull-ups tonight, though. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Listen, it's great, but I think Julie would be able to get him out of there. You know what I mean? I can't see him being up in there the whole time. And I mean, this is not like a big dude, so I would think that she'd be able to do that. You know,
okay,
I think she'd be able to get him out.
Tony, something. This is obviously not my territory. This is our good friend Taryn's territory. But I do want to mention this because it popped out to me at some point. But not this. Excuse me. This right here, the Hanged Man tarot card looks very familiar, doesn't it? It looks.
It does. Taryn Matthew came up with the Hangman theory. I see a lot of people taking credit for that theory right now. But Taryn is the one who did it, so we're always gonna give the proper due where it's due. You know what I mean? A lot of people now that they've seen Jim like that. Now I said Jim was gonna end up like this from the dream that Tabitha had. But I did not place it with the tarot card. I just placed it with the dream. The dream shows him hanging upside down like that. So I figured that's the way he was going to be found, was hanging upside down. And I also told everybody that it was a different killing and that we never seen Jim actually die when Julie was there. And we see this play out in this episode. I got a lot of people in the comments like, oh, Tony Teflon, we already seen him. No, we didn't. And it proves it right there. This is the first time he died. Julie didn't know he died. And they specifically in this show that we seen showed his body ripped open. Like they showed that for a reason. They could have concentrated on his neck if they wanted to and showed that he got his throat slit, but they didn't do it. And if anyone's going to say, well, they wouldn't do that because, it would give away that he wasn't killed by the monsters, that's bullshit because Father Khattri's neck was slit open by the monsters when he died. So it wouldn't have been anything, but they fully wanted to show you the difference, that it was a different time by using the body as what was cause of the injury. And that's why they put that in there. You know what I mean?
The evidence starting to mount.
Yeah. So that's why they're trying to show you that this is how he really died. The times that Julie comes back, he's already dead. She's just going back in story walking and he's already dead at that. But that's the whole reason why she's back there, because he's already dead. That was the whole thing. Now, I see the Acosta hate, and I was going to hold out on y'all, but I got to get into it right now with y'all because, listen, the bottom line is this. She's 100% right. Everything she says in this episode, y'all can hate on my chick if you want, but everything she says on this episode, she 100% right on this. And that's just the facts. That's just what it is, people. I mean, you can't deny what she's saying. She never seen no damn tree. She was in the back.
No, that's absolutely right about that. She didn't get a chance to play that game.
And then all of a sudden, she's got to take everybody's words. She don't know these motherfuckers. Why she got to take all these people's words? She never met them before. What she did meet them, what she sees, she seen a guy beat up another kid's hand. She seen somebody stab their eyeball out with a screwdriver. That's what she's seeing. And now all of a sudden she's got to believe everything. Nah, man. I'm with her 100%. You didn't have to, she don't have to agree with none of that stuff that these people are saying. And I think she's 100% right not to agree with everyone saying, and test it herself and see if it works. And as you say, y'all people just sitting around here not trying to find a way out. They need to be trying. That should be main focus every day. It shouldn't be going to the diner and eating waffles.
We have our first call of the night, Tony, from Weso Brooklyn, and I have one comment to what you have to say, Tony. Weso Brooklyn, 1 second. I don't disagree with you in the points that she's right, but I think it's the Big Lebowski thing with Walter. You're right, Walter, but you're an asshole. She's right about what she's saying, but she's not always using the best methods to communicate that. So I think, but that could be better. I think she needs some
balance. But look, she felt like she had to steal the ambulance.
Fair.
Like, why wouldn't they just say, all right, go in the ambulance and see for yourself then?
She needs to let some people in to make some friends to see what she's really like. Because she said it in the car. I don't have anyone here I trust. I don't know you people. I don't know if you deserve to be in this hell. I don't. So I just think she needs to make friends, and maybe we might see a mellower, smarter Acosta. Weso Brooklyn, what's going on tonight?
Hey, Phil. Hey, Tony. How are you guys?
What's going on?
Not only are you correct about Acosta is the fairy that's going to lead them to the Lake of Tears. Not only are you correct about her, we've been clowning her in that uniform the whole season. But if you look at the patch on her uniform, which is damn near neon and glowing, you'll see that there's a lake with a boat on it. Acosta is the key to everything. So she's not going anywhere. Ethan is going to have to work with her to get to the Lake of Tears. And not only that, I think she came back in the role of Abby. She's headstrong. She came in shooting. She's not believing anything anybody is telling her. If you listen to the song that's playing when she's taking off that jacket and they have that shot on her, sending the clowns, every word of that song is, you're sending the wife back in. How is your boy? It's everything to do with boys.
I have a video I'm doing on I have a video I'm doing on Acosta. So I'm not gonna comment on this because that'll be my next video that I drop, and I don't want anyone to think that I took anyone's ideas and stuff, but it's already been written and thumbnails already been made. I can show y'all a thumbnail. It's already been made. So I got a whole bunch of stuff about Acosta and everything else. I've done all the research and understand what the name Acosta means, which means out by water and everything else. So I got it all. I got it all myself. So I don't want to say nothing about it and everything else. And people say, someone came on your stream and said this stuff. I ain't saying nothing on it. I ain't gonna say nothing on it. But I've done the research. The next video that Josh will be about Acosta. I promise you that. That's
One last thing. I want to double down on Victor being the man in yellow.
Okay.
There is the man in yellow, and you are 100% right. He's a liar, pants on fire. He told Sarah that the first time he saw the boy in white was after the massacre because, he was there for so long by himself. Liar, because he told Tabitha something different. But more importantly, Victor knows where all those suitcases are. Where did the man in yellow transform from? The stuff that's in the suitcase. Why isn't everything in that suitcase inside with the other stuff in the storage? Everything that is collected is supposed to be in the storage, right? But Victor has put these suitcases strategically around because he knows he's done this cycle so many times. He's way ahead of the game.
He buried the
bodies. Just like Boyd said, they're 2 or 3 steps ahead. She didn't not only brought in Victor's father, she brought in Acosta, the fairy, when she went out. So yeah, I'm going to double down on Victor being the man in yellow for me. And I'm going to leave it at that. Have a good night, guys.
You have a good night too. Thank you for the call. We love you. She's always dropping knowledge on us and stuff. You know what I mean? So 100% on everything that she said there. And I mean, not the Victor, the man in yellow. Listen, the boy in white, the man in yellow. It's that they're one and the same to me. I think it's the same thing going on there. So Victor could be both. I can't.
We haven't seen the boy in white yet this summer, and this season yet. And the people that think that fake Jim might have been the man in yellow, that won't work unless he stole Jim's clothes from the place from from the chapel, because we have seen that for him to transform, he needs the clothes, or he doesn't need the clothes. He's not transforming with clothes. He's not like Mystique. He's so I don't think that Jim, for the people that I've seen, a few people claim that Jim was the man in yellow or the boy in white. I don't think so. I think Jim was whatever Father Cautry or bartender dude were, whatever those, the trap spirits, whatever. There's a couple of lines about that. Tony pointed it out in his video really well about how Ghost Jim is looking all over the place the whole time. I don't know if he's looking for Tabitha to come or he's looking for something else, but it'll be interesting to get into that. There's a lot of oppositioning forces, which makes me want to quickly dive into the man in yellow and what we did see with him. Number one,
before I allow you to say one second, I want to say hello to my mother. She's saying hi. Tony wants to say hello to Phil. See you. She's going to bed because she had church today. Hello, Mom. I appreciate you. I love you. And get a good night's sleep.
I'm gonna totally call your mom. Thank you, Mom.
she's all about it. She'd be all about it.
Awesome. I could feel that. I could feel the energy of that, the empathetic energy of that. So we see have a wonderful evening. So we see Sophia, and we'll wait to the recap to trash Kenny, but I want to trash Kenny a lot tonight, but we'll get into that later. I don't want to talk about Kenny quite yet. So we see her outside, and she's conveniently outside for a little while till Kenny calls out. And then he calls out and suddenly she starts crying. So do you think she was outside? Number one, do you think she was outside giving the monsters instructions on where to hang up Jim's body and goats, do all the goat thing?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. She was out there letting them know exactly what she wanted them to do and with the body and the ghost things. That's why she went out there to communicate with them.
Communicate with them.
Kenny came out and then she had to act like the whole thing is that she can kill Kenny at any time. Kenny could have been dead. Right, she could have already taken Kenny out numerous times. He was sleeping. She could have done this. That is not the man in yellow's plan. He just wants to see them kill each other. That's all he wants to see. He wants to see them all kill each other. And that's what he's going for right now. Because at any time right now, from what we know, he could stop all of them. You know that they're going to have a funeral. They have that whole thing. He could wipe them all out at the funeral. They can't shoot him and hurt him. There's nothing they can do. He can go through them all right then at the funeral.
Absolutely. Area code 917. I agree, Tony. His kink is getting off on people hurting themselves. Area code 917. Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where you're calling from, and what you got?
Calling from New York. 917.
Hey, my name is Chaz. I had a quick question in regards to the last episode.
Yes, please.
Well, actually, a few questions. So, remember the scene when Sarah was looking at Sophia? Like for a long time, like staring at her.
Yep.
Do you think that the entity warned her about Sophia coming to town?
Maybe. I don't think she was warned.
I don't think she was warned. I just think she's sniffing her out like a poker tell. I think she's clocking her. She's like watching her. She's like, I something's stinky here. Like from someone that's, I don't know. I just think Sarah is gonna get herself killed because she's gonna call her out in the wrong situation and get killed. It's funny you mentioned that, caller, because I was just about to bring that up. So I don't think that the entity is, because I think the entity that was probably fucking with Sarah probably was the man in yellow or someone connected to him. But I do think there might be an opposing entity force. And caller, please hold on as I bounce off this question. In the same scene, we see the man in yellow be a little bit weird about the ballerina thing. Do both of you guys think that ballerina thing has to do with something that could hurt him? Because that kind of led to eventually to the bullet that killed Smiley or whatever.
I think the ballerina is probably a sign that the man in yellow is being watched by whoever's controlling everything.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing though too, when Kenny introduced Sophia to Sarah already knew her name. So, but she never been to the town. So how did she know her name already?
Say it again. That the man in yellow already knew Kenny's name.
No, when Sarah was seeing Kenny and Sophia, she said, "Oh, your name is Sophia, right?" So how did she know her name?
She was watching the accident in the last episode. I'm pretty sure Sarah.
Yeah, she was there at the accident. I think that's a small town situation. You know what I mean? You're gonna know when you're in a place like this, anyone new, you're gonna know that name of somebody new just came in town, and there was a whole big accident and everything else out there. So I would say it's more like that. I think that the real thing is I don't think she was told Kenny's name, the man in yellow, and she said Kenny's name before she was told it. I think that would be more of a tell.
Well, yeah, I think she's clearly playing dumb because she said, "Oh, who's Boyd?" The man in yellow clearly knows who Boyd is.
He's a nice man. He seems like a great man. Oh, I thought you didn't know who he was. Like anyone who would be really watching her could catch her in her lies. They're kind of slow sometimes.
They are slow.
Yeah. And then another thing too, Acosta went AWOL, and it was kind of strange how. Remember last episode, episode 1, when she found that sweater in the diner.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could have been. I mean, I'm not really sure. I'm probably right with that, but maybe. Do we even know who that sweater belonged to?
No, they've never said who the sweater belongs to or anything like that.
Okay.
I've read some theory about how maybe it's her sweater from a different time, like Tabitha received the bracelet from a different time and she's going to realize at some point she already owned the sweater, but I don't know about that. Because it was her college colors or something. They met somewhere she mentioned her college and they're the colors of her college. I don't know, but I think I don't have anything that proves that yet.
And then the theory that Victor is the man in yellow, it can't be true because their personalities are totally opposite. Victor is like a fearful person. Mm-hmm. He's like shy and stuff, and the man in yellow is more like controlling. So I don't think that.
Well, I would say this, this to push back on that just a little bit. And I hear what you're saying, but we don't know what Victor's personality is. We only see this version of Victor that's broken, right? So what would Victor be like if he wasn't this broken, right? Who would his personality be then? I would think we'd have to look at it like that. If he wasn't doing all this whining and panting and all this other stuff and shaking, what would he be then? And I think if that would tell exactly who his true personality is. This is a product of his environment, Victor. But what's the real Victor?
So you think Victor is playing dumb?
Yes.
Conveniently.
I'm not telling you that Victor's the man in yellow. Man in yellow to me is the boy in white. And if the boy in white is Victor, then that means it all connects back to Victor in the end. So if you want to go that way with it, then 100%, you know what I mean? But I'm more on that the boy in white is the man in yellow. And if that is Victor and Victor is the one who created this, then that's what it is. Again, we also have to remember that when they first came out with the cast name and they put it up there on screen, it said the boy in white and it had his name Victor right underneath it. That's what they did. Right. So I'm never going to not say that and act like I'm saying something because I totally thought of it. That was out there. Now whether it was a mistake, they didn't mess up any other name, they didn't do that, but then they changed it and just put the boy in white in there. But the boy in white's name on that thing was Victor 100%.
Okay. And it was kind of strange how Tabitha told both her kids to go to the barn and then they found Jim there. I think, and that's what also makes me think that they're being controlled like puppets, because why would she tell them to go to the barn to like go inside the house?
Yeah, it just seems like again. So I mean, I hate to say it, and I hope this is not the way it goes, but we're dealing with time travel here. So this may have already played out before. So the person may already knew if that's where they're going to send them. They're going to send them to the barn. So we set everything up to get sent to the barn. You know what I mean? It could have already been done. Or he didn't know they were going to get sent to the barn, but he knew that the bag of the goats would make the town go to the barn.
Yeah, it would make somebody trigger somebody to go to the barn to find the barn.
Yeah, so I would think that's more plausible, that the goats being killed right there would make the town go to the barn and then they would see him, more than it was calculated that they knew that these kids would go straight to the barn.
And I think it's maximum horror situation for the town, even if the kids don't discover the bodies. Going up the bag being goats' heads, and then running to the barn and finding Jim's body with the message. is horrifying either way, whether it was the kids doing it or not. It's scarier than just finding Jim in the bag, because they like to fuck with you mentally, and because of that, it kind of sets things up and probably puts the man in yellow into an advantageous position to be able to create people fucking with each other. And it's because that's his goal, and it really did. It already did that stuff. It's a message to everybody, and yeah, I mean, absolutely.
That's a good point. And then I've seen one person mention that Jim might be a time traveler, but how could he be a time traveler and that's what really raises the question, if that was Jim's real body? Because if he's a time traveler, he's already dead, right? From the future, how can he like be a time traveler if he's dead?
If you dealing with parallel dimensions, then it's a different Jim that could be dead, right? So it all depends if you believe in the parallel dimension, which I do believe that there's parallel dimensions, and they're working on that right here. When Tabitha got sent out, I don't believe she got sent out in her world. I think she got sent out in the parallel dimension. And I think that if you believe in that and you think that's it, then the parallel dimension would explain that could be the parallel dimension Jim's body that got sent out, and not the Jim that we seen.
That's a good point.
I'm the Don baby.
That's a good point.
I love your calls because Tony, it's like a doctor giving you medicine. You're always like, that's good. Yeah, now I understand. No, the doctor gave me good medicine there.
And if you don't, I mean, I'm doing a whole video on it. But again, if you want proof that it was a parallel dimension, there's a couple of things you could look at. You could look at one, that when Tabitha escaped, it wasn't snowing. It was snowing in Fermville, but it wasn't snowing out there. It was a sunny day. Number two, if you look at the picture of Victor inside the house, when you see his sister, Victor's a fucking teenager in there with his sister in the picture, playing around, a straight teenager. You know what I mean? Go look at that picture that's on the wall in Henry's house. I don't believe that's the real Henry. I think that Henry is a parallel dimension Henry. You know what I mean? So if you deal with that and you look at that whole situation, how was Victor and his sister almost teenagers in the picture if they got abducted when they were children?
So let me ask you a question. Who is the next to die?
The next to die?
Ellis.
Ellis dies whenever they make whatever episode that is that they say that they go to the thing. That's when he dies. So I would have to look at that thing. That's when he's going to go out. You know, I'm scared for Acosta, and I'm scared for Elgin. When Boyd brought up the box, he also had when the man in yellow came into town, he ran into the box, and Boyd brought up the box. I'll put you in the box.
You know what that means?
Acosta could be eligible for the box because they could say that she put somebody's life in danger, and that is the reason to go in the box. So I would say them two I'll be scared of, and I'm scared for Sarah because I think she might get too close to Sophia and might have to get taken out because of it.
I didn't agree with Boyd when he told Eldrin. Eldrin asked, "Oh, what if I tell the truth?" He said, "Oh, I'll tell everyone that you killed Tilly."
Yeah, that was wrong, man. That's wrong for him to say that shit.
Yeah, like he's power controlling.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. That was wrong for him to say, because you wouldn't have to say it. All you gotta say is the truth. The truth is enough. Yeah, this is why I did it, because you kidnapped Fatima and let a baby be born out of her and let her drink your own blood.
Yeah, that's you got brainwashed and drinking their Kool-Aid, and you got over it. Now
that's enough right there to get him. You don't have to go.
Boston Eye, we didn't kill you. Relax, dude.
Yeah, you don't have to go the extra mile with it. You could just say that, and that's enough to get him convicted. Having kidnapping Fatima and forcing her to drink your blood, bro, you out of here, man.
Not listen or die, and you go in the box, and I'll kill you, Elgin. That was extreme. It was fucking extreme. I'll blame Tilly on you, and I'll throw you in the box, you fucking asshole. Like, dude, that was a bit excessive.
And that's why Anthony loves Boyd, because he's scared to reveal the truth to everybody.
Yeah. Absolutely, my friend. Thank you so much for the call. Please call in all season.
100%, man.
Thank you, damn it. Should we get into this recap and start breaking down the episode?
Is it too early for the recap? What time is the show start? 9 o'clock?
We can start in a little while. Take a few more comments and questions before we get into it.
Yeah, we do a little. We'll give like 15 more minutes, then we'll recap it up, and then we'll go from there, and then we'll break it all down and everything else. Not yet, people. Can't duck this. Hold out for the recap. We'll hold out a little bit. Hold out. We're gonna get there.
So let's keep going with Boyd and Elgin. So Boyd is just out of control. Like as much as people want to hate on Acosta, it's showing like Boyd is not the Boyd that we've known, and we'll take this call, but Boyd is definitely out of control. Area code 708. Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where you calling from? And what's going on?
What's up, man? It's Jackson from Chicago.
Hey, welcome.
What's going on, Chi-Town?
What's cracking, bro? So we were talking. So I'm gonna try to. I know we were talking about this in the last live. I'm gonna save it for Tuesday, but I'm gonna try to explain this in smaller detail. In 1506, okay, you know how Columbus in like 1490 they all left over there and came over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There's a book about the Yellow King that also it happens for Hastur, and that also from Lovecraft. Then people came over. They left over there with famine, diseases, all that stuff. They left over there and crossed the ocean and landed on an island, right? When they get to this island, it's all crazy, just like the show is. There's like 47 to 74 people who end up there. They end up running into some indigenous people who force them to go to the other side of the island, and pretty much with intentions for them to die off with disease. When they travel, they're begging for a savior, and then Hastur comes out. And he tells them that he will give them a deal. Well, these parents didn't want to do the deal at first. They're like, no, we're not going to do it, whatever. So they hid their 7 kids in a cave area, just like you see underneath in the show. And they made them stay there so they wouldn't get sick from all the diseases. Once everybody started going crazy and dying and hearing screams, they decided to call Hastur and go on with the ritual. What happened is they were told that each parent had to build their own altar for the sacrifice. While the sacrifices was going on, 2 parents decided that they didn't want to go with it because they seen a yellow flashing light and felt something was wrong. Took the
Is he breaking up, Phil?
Yeah, phone's breaking up.
phone. Pick up on.
Yeah, your phone's breaking up. We missed that whole last part.
But
The whole last part.
But yeah, you don't have to repeat it for now.
Now, we'll break more of the theory down on the theory stream on Tuesday. We'll go through them and stuff and go through the whole theories and stuff. But I feel what you're saying. You have a whole story behind it. I think it sounds good. Again, only thing I say, and the only reason I say it is this: I just think that when it gets too complicated, I don't know if the writers are going that far with the show. That's the only thing I said. It sounds great, and I think it all makes sense. But after on Tuesday we'll go through. I'll let you break down the whole thing, and then we'll go through.
And we get another call. Come back in, but definitely make sure you call back on the Tuesday show. We'll talk to you next time, my friend. And let's see. Oh, and I think I hung up on that call back. Call back, and we had 2 other calls during that call, so make sure you call in again. 781-990-8509. Yeah, dude. There's so much. This show has the ability for breaking down and really getting into it in the way that you guys do.
I really think when it had Chrissy in there and she was talking about theory, she was talking about us.
Yeah, totally. That was the writers attacking everybody.
It was the writers attacking all of us.
This show also has a huge ability for fan fiction.
Yeah,
like there's a lot of fan fiction ability coming that you can take from this show and just create like whole
100%. I think they were all taking shots at all of us in the fandom, in the familia specifically, talking about, this is the way it is. Or, theories I heard of how to get out of here. I just know that they was taking shots at us, bro. They was definitely.
It was. I thought the same fucking thing. Okay, we go. Oh, we had 2 calls at the exact same time, but one hung up. So thank you, I guess. Area code 725. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on? Is this Treasure?
It is Treasure.
Hi,
And
Treasure.
when I saw Jim hanging upside down, I thought Heron's probably happy somewhere.
He better be happy, goddamn it! You know he's been right. He's got a couple of things. He said there's gonna be tarot cards introduced. We did see tarot cards introduced. He said that it was the dogs in the bag, though, and it wasn't the dogs in the bag, so he don't get that, but he does get the hangman. We give him the hangman.
Where did the satanic goat come from? I don't remember there being a Satan goat.
I don't remember there being a black goat in there, but the black goat is significant. You know, it's definitely significant because it means knowledge and stuff. So I think that's what they were going for there.
I called to tell you about trouble I got in online because, well, someone asked, "What's the difference between Lost and From?" I said, "From is Lost's homely sister." It's not tropical. The people are normal looking, like they're not model looking people. And my goodness, the amount of hate I got from that. Everyone thought I was a dude, like being like sexist. I really do think I loved Lost. I love From, but Lost was prettier. It just was.
Yeah, it's a network show.
Exactly. So it was a network show. When you have a network show like that, and you're on the beach and it's on the island, you're gonna have to cast guys with big six packs and everything else, just because you know that they're gonna be.
Sawyer was the messy guy. He's beautiful. Like Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Like he's like the messy guy on the show. You know.
We're all beautiful. Not that they're more normal looking on From, and I think that's okay. But wow, I got a lot of hate. And this episode was just sad. I just felt for Ethan and the Matthews family, which is good because I usually don't like them at all. This time I was gut punched usually when Tabitha cries and no, I just don't care. This time my cold dark heart cared. I cared for them all. It was just so sad.
It really was.
And the ballerina, I think the ballerina is coming back.
I think that we'll get. I guess we'll talk more about it in the recap and all when we get to it. But I think the ballerina is key. Is a key distinction. There's a reason why they had her look at the ballerina and then they framed her face in the ballerina with the ballerina. And again, you know, Sarah is the one there, and I think it's key that Sarah's there also.
And I also want to add, she wouldn't touch it. Like she like hovered over it, like for, I don't know if that was significant. She specifically wouldn't touch it. And then there was something weird with the glasses when she walked out too. She like grabbed the glasses.
Were those Father Cottre's glasses?
Were they?
I don't know if they were a little feminine looking to me. They didn't look manly to me. Those when she said those are a little bit too big for you, those look like feminine glasses.
You could be right. I'm starting to do what everyone does. I'm starting to grasp at things like who is Eloise reincarnated as Sarah? Like I'm starting to, and I'm not so sure she's not, but I'm
telling you, I promise you that's the way it's gonna go down. That's Sarah's Eloise. I've been saying it for a long time. That's what it's gonna be when it's all said and done.
Sarah's in trouble.
Do you think? I don't know. I think so because Sarah has a connection to Victor along the same lines that Tabitha has a connection to Victor. Remember when they were inside the house and Victor said, "You're the scariest person in town"? That seems like brother and sister to me.
100% brothers. You're 100% right. I brought this up when I made the theory up back in the day. I put it in there. And also, like the actors, they took a black and white picture on the steps, and it's Sarah, Tabitha, and Victor and took this picture together. Why just three of them take that picture on that steps? Come on, man. This is what it is. This is what you never see Tabitha touch Sarah ever, right? She's never touched Sarah. And watch what happens when she eventually does touch her. Watch it. You'll see it happen right then.
The touch medium idea. I like that one too. This season just is off with a bang. I didn't expect it to be quite this roller coaster two episodes in, but my goodness, it's great.
Yeah,
it's great.
I'm with you
too. Again, peace and stay sexy to my two gurus of From.
Oh, thank you so much, Treasure.
You
are a treasure of a caller. Ha ha ha. It's stupid. But I'm worried about Sarah, Tony. I am very, very, very much worried because I think You're right. You said it in a video. I said it. I wrote it when I was taking my notes last night. She's clocking Sophia, or she's going to very soon. But the problem is, I don't think Sarah has enough emotional intelligence to not confront her alone, to not confront her alone. She's going to confront her alone and get killed. And
I
and
think that's how it's gonna go when it's all. And I don't think that she has enough sway in the town that people will believe.
absolutely, she's going to try to tell someone they're ignoring. She's going to try to do it herself, and she's going to get herself killed. 864, welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your question or comment?
All right. How you doing, Phil? It's Nino from.
Hey, Nino, welcome to the show, man. What's going on?
How y'all doing?
Doing
All right.
good. Your phone's breaking up a little bit, but hopefully you'll be all right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, better.
All right, bet. All right.
Unfortunately, your phone
Apology.
your phone's breaking up a little bit, but call right back in. See, it's like move around a little bit.
Yeah, get that. Get it better. We'll do it. We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take your call next. I'll hold
You're
up.
breaking up. And if you think we're lying to you, just watch the video back. You'll hear it yourself. You know,
Exactly.
what I mean? Never do that to your brother. Definitely call back, man. Get a little better.
That'd be horrible. Like if we were
Get 3 bars. We need 3 bars, baby. You get at least 3.
like those '90s morning type guys. We're like, oh, call back in. Oh, you're just making fun of them. Welcome back, Nino. What's going on?
Hello.
Now we
Can you hear me better now?
much better.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. I had to step outside.
No
All
worries.
right. So first thing I gotta say is everybody in the chat owe my boy Jim an apology because Tabitha got main character syndrome. Soon as Jim was out of the picture and she couldn't blame anything else on him, she turned right around on Jade and started blaming it on him.
Mhm.
And I want to say that first though. She blamed everything on Jay. Like she wasn't the one digging the hole. Like she was the one that had to jump through the tree. She made it her mission to be the one to save everybody, and now it's everybody else's fault. So that's my first thing I gotta say. The second thing I gotta say, I think everybody is wrong about Eloise. I don't think Eloise is alive. I don't think Eloise is Sarah. I think the way we meet Eloise is Julie going back to the past and getting the information that we need for the Lake of Tears. Which brings me to my third point, which is that everybody's forgetting that Elgin had the same dream that Ethan had. He also dreamt about the lake. Because when he first got there, he asked Fatima, was the lake, was it a lake bar? And she said, I forget what they called it. I forget what they called the area where the lake was.
The Brundles?
Yeah. She brought Elgin to the lake, and he said, when he asked her, was it a lake nearby? He said, because bad things happen there. All right, so that's I don't see how everybody thinks that the gym apparition that came. I don't think that's real gym. I think that is the apparition of the forest boy in white. I don't know, one of the evil entities. I don't think any of the entities is there is good. So I think that's an apparition. I don't think it's Jim or anything. I think it's them literally trying to steer Ethan to the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
But if Elgin came in and said that bad things happen to the lake, I don't think that like nothing in that town is good. I don't think any aberration you see, everything that happens in that town happens for a reason, and they're all trying to push the town to the brink of destruction. So I think the Jim is an evil person. But that's really my little couple theories for the day. I just wanted to come and give my piece for my boy Jim, man.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Awesome call. Awesome business. Make sure you call back in next week, my friend.
And
Great
thank
stuff.
you for the first super chat we got, and it's from what is it? What's it? How you say it, Phil?
We'll say John. John Iron.
John is John Iron, and it says anybody else knows how immediate and compliant Akasa was when those courses went on. It was too natural and kind of hot. All right, number one, listen, man. I appreciate the super chat. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say that I disagree with you and anything, but I mean,
I don't see
I don't want no woman handcuffed. I ain't into that stuff. I need people. I want to be touched, and I want to. So I don't agree with that whole second compliant. I don't want nobody that I can boss around. I want everybody to do their own thing. You know what I mean? But I feel what you're saying. I feel.
Tony, before we get too far into it, I want to give you credit if I'm wrong and you don't deserve the credit. You know, say what you will. But we see Julie time traveling through this episode, or story walking, going through whatever. And we see her in what I believe was season 2, episode 9. And there's an image, if you like, and I saw this just to give full credit to Guy with a Stick on Reddit. That I stole
Scott
this
with a stick.
stole,
Scott with a stick. I mean, who comes up with these things? I'm just like, who are you? I'm a
good
guy
name.
with a stick. That's amazing.
a good name, and lots of love to Tony Pajamas. I saw him pop up as well. This picture from that episode of someone in the woods who looks an awful lot like Julie. So I guess they do plan things out, and I feel like I remember you calling this out back
I
then.
did call it out. I called it out the same episode it happened. When it happened in the live stream, I even posted a picture of it during the live stream. Y'all can go back, take a look. And I said,
Yeah, I remember that. Like, I wanted to make sure you get your flowers for this one.
I said straight up, there's somebody in those woods that's not the monsters hiding behind a tree. I see him hiding behind a tree. It's a woman. I said, it looks like a woman, but I can't tell who it is. But there's definitely a woman behind a tree. And people, this is the tree itself. I said that from the beginning. You know,
now that we know it's just definitely Julie. Like now we know it's Julie. It's like, and we just hit 300 people on both streams. Make sure if you're in my stream, you go over and you subscribe to Teflon TV. Same way, the other way around. We appreciate everyone checking out both streams. Escaping from it shows this. The episode isn't even over yet. We already have around.
So, like guys, all right, we're gonna go into the recap and stuff. But let me take care of C. Hawkins here, Nick. You know, I got love for you when you get to Hawkins last night. He says, Acosta sold an ambulance and killed the woman. If she was here, she would have been in a 15-year sentence. Boyd would be in jail for the rest of his life. I can go through a bunch of people that done a bunch of things that if we were here, that would be in jail. But in the end, no, she didn't steal an ambulance. Whose ambulance is it that she stole? That ambulance ain't owned by nobody. That's ambulance supply, town property. You know what I mean? Who owns that ambulance? Whose is it? Is it Chrissy ambulance? She came in on the ambulance. If anyone has ownership, it's her because she's the one who came in on it. So if you want to say that, she has full motherfucking rights to the ambulance. As for killing somebody, she didn't kill. It was a shot by accident. She just was shooting, trying to get things. She didn't murder nobody. It was an accidental death. That was all, man. So let's leave my girl alone, man.
Area code. I got one more question, but I'll get to it after this call for you, Tony. But area code 262. Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where you're from? And what you got?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm from Wisconsin.
Welcome,
I just wanted to ask what you guys thought about when Ethan comes out of the the vehicle.
Yep.
The
RV. You were going to say RV, but yeah, the RV. Yeah.
I almost got there.
You wanted to say it. You really wanted to say
it. It seemed like Jim didn't really expect to see Ethan, or he didn't seem completely there, or was also startled and surprised to see Ethan. Yeah. I don't know if you guys got that or felt that.
I thought it was weird that he was looking. He kept looking into the tree line like somebody was coming. He had to get out of there before that person showed up.
Yeah, and I wonder, if it's just because, if it is a remnant of him, and if it's, kind of, he's in the in-between, if he's still, traumatized from the man in yellow. But I also found it weird that he wouldn't, right away want to warn Ethan of their killer, or, that he was murdered by another entity. But it did seem like it was him, though. So that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I agree. It did seem like it was him. I mean, it could be, if it's not him, it's someone leading Ethan to his own death. It could be, but it did seem, it did seem at the time that that's what they were going for. But in the end, we can't trust that 100%. They could be trying to set us up.
And we have seen it before, as I was saying earlier, with Cautry and the bartender. So we have seen this before with people that die there, that they come back in some way, shape, or form. I don't think it was the boy in white or the man in yellow. I think whatever that was something trying to help, I guess. I don't think they're trying to kill Ethan. I think that was one of the forces there that's trying to help.
Yeah. And I found it interesting, just a side note with my with the Lake of Tears, I was kind of thinking like, oh, Norman could be more synonymous with Jim's character, but then my mom was thinking that it could be actually Ethan, because in the first scene, like that maybe something happens to Ethan and they have to try to bring him back.
Yeah.
Because he's like, tell my parents or tell.
Well,
But-
number one, shout out for watching television show with your parents. That's
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, that is awesome.
That's
Oh, yeah,
amazing.
that's something we bond together, so that's like what we watch together.
That's amazing. That's
But-
awesome.
Well, thanks you guys, and have an awesome night. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the after show.
Well, you better call in for the rest of the season too.
100%, Wisconsin.
Thank you. 262. Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, Phil, hold it for a second. Hold it down. I'll be right back, and then we'll start the recap when I get back.
Absolutely. And here we go. Let's take a couple more comments right here. Let's see what you guys have to say. Christy, and to answer your question, can't duck this. It said, does he still believe Julie did the RV from below now after episode 2? I believe so. I will make sure you ask that question again, yes, later, but I'm pretty sure the answer to that question would be yes. Christy says, stop. We can help Ethan, but Acosta keeps raging on. Amazing cop. I'm a criminologist. That's just how my mind operates. He's fine. Don't worry. He's fine. He's fine. He'll be good. Yes, I agree. In the very short amount of time for her and everybody in general, a cycle should end in spring and should be coming very soon. That's my guess. And we're going on. It's amazing in this episode, though, because I feel like so much did happen and was disclosed, especially towards the end of the episode, of different things that are maybe to happen or different ways they're disclosing elements of the town. But so much of this, too, was moving the plot along, getting to the point where we can kind of get stuff to happen. C. Hawkins says Acosta, she has a bad attitude. Oh, we're going to get into that a little bit later for sure. I know we're about to recap, but my question is, how come the monsters could see Julie, but they couldn't hear her screaming Jim's name? Maybe that's what got their attention in that moment when she screamed his name and then they walked towards him. But it's true. They seem to only react after the fact. Where is it? Phil, did you look at Ellis's AMA on Reddit? I did look at Ellis's AMA on Reddit, and I actually had something for Tony from that. There was a couple things from it that are interesting, but there was one piece of information. Let's see if I can find it without looking at my phone too much before I can find it. Where is it? Where is this? No, not this. I'm looking through my phone, which is not good radio, so to speak. But yeah, Ellis, the actor that plays Ellis, did an AMA on Reddit, and there was one really interesting thing to come out of it. There's a lot of interesting things that come out of it, but which it's worth taking a look at if you like that sort of thing. But there's one thing to look at for Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Ellis did an AMA on Reddit, and I'm not take too much of it. It's worth checking out. I can send you a link to it if you want to read the whole thing. But one answer he gave is worth putting into the ether there. He's for people that didn't read it. The question was, what's cryptic thing can we only understand after the finale airs that you can actually say? And he said one word: fall. Lowercase f, for whatever it's worth. Fall. So I'm not saying it means something, but it's something to everyone put in your head right here. I want to put that into Tony's head.
It can't mean the season fall. That would be dumb. So it would have to be the town either fell or he falls or something like that, I would say. And I think it's more likely, again, we talked about this before, that this has got to be the Empire Strikes Back season for them, right?
Yeah,
this has to be a time that right now that they get taken down a peg and they don't win this season and they come back and win the second season. So I would think it's something more like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting little things in there, and it's definitely worth checking out if you're just for a little behind the scenes stuff. But I feel like that was one of the more sort of not hinty for things yet to come type of situation.
All right, we are ready.
Okay, let's get into this. I'm not going to jump around like an idiot tonight, but I'll play the stupid song.
Here we go.
Oh, recap. Okay. I hurt my back this week. Not from the recap. You know what's amazing? That this is people want to know. I don't want to be this kind of asshole, but you know what getting old's like, Tony? It's not it's not hurting yourself when you're running around like an idiot behind the camera. Like I hurt myself going like this.
Yeah, you're getting old is when you sneeze and you could break a rib all of a sudden.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
that's what getting old is about. You sneeze and you're like, oh shit, my rib, I fucked my rib up. I do that to myself.
Dude, I don't get it from jumping around like an idiot. It was literally I was in my car and I just went like this and I'm like, oh my goodness, what did I do to myself? It was horrible.
Yeah, getting old is having a Charlie horse during sex. That's when you know you're old with things like that. But things like that start to happen to you all the time. You gotta get that potassium up. And I will say this, speaking about sex real quick. Women, you're not allowed to wear socks when you're having sex, all right? There's no need for no one's allowed to have socks on when they're having sex. There's no need for this. I don't understand it. I don't understand the whole situation. I don't understand how people do it. There's no socks during sex, man. No, come on, people. You can't have that. This doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. I don't give it, goddamn. It just doesn't work for me. It's for the Don. My mom's not here, so I can say things like that. It doesn't work. You know, if you got socks on in my bed, you gotta go. That's just the way it would be.
I can't even begin to try to sleep with socks on, even on a cold night. I'd rather my feet freeze.
Yeah, no. People are a little crazy there.
Before we start the recap, somebody wanted to ask you, going to address this. Is Tony going to address if he still believes Julie knocked on the RV from below now after episode 2? Do you still think it was Julie that knocked on the RV?
Nope. I never said it was Julie. I don't think it's Julie. I never thought it was Julie knocking on the RV. It's a fourth dimensional being, and it keeps coming back to that. And I've said it before. There's no way that's going. It's anything less than that fourth dimensional being. Everything that we see that's explained is explained by someone in the fourth dimension.
Honestly, the more
you can't unless it's on hardwood floors like that. Unless it's on hardwood floors. Now you get those slippery socks on the hardwood floor. You know, you heard that.
Oh, you do the Tom Cruise, the risky business.
You have the slippery. It's too slippery. You bust your face right up order. Try to get grip. You can't do that. You gotta wear Timberland boots. You gotta wear some Air Force Ones or something. You can't have that. You know what? That slip is crazy.
Oh my God.
And Carla, you're wrong. All right, Carla. You know I love you, Carla. But you're wrong about that, goddamn it.
Where did Carla say? Let's see if we can find this. Oh my feet be cold sometimes. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Okay. Speaking of sleeping, we open up with Kenny waking up, asking for Sophia. So this is the thing, Tony. I gave Kenny a little bit of shit last week because he fell asleep on the job. It wasn't even that, but then I was like, okay, everyone went to bed for the night and Sophia kind of woke up. No. This is in the middle of the night. He woke up, so he just dozed off. So some of those people that have claimed that maybe did Sophia put him to sleep, I'm hoping because if he just passed out on the job, this Kenny is just
he's like that guy from he's like the dude from the Seinfeld episode where they gave him where George gave him the rocking chair.
Oh yeah, and the security guard, the security guard, yeah,
gave a rocking chair. The dude falls asleep in the store, gets robbed. That's what Kenny is right there.
Yeah,
Kenny got the rocking chair.
Yeah. Oh, poor Kenny. But Kenny just weak job. And he later on, he's like, "Oh, I can't leave you. You better go back alone." But he falls asleep on the job and lets her get outside. Like, come on, Kenny.
She could have easily as I said, if she really wanted them dead, they all dead. She could have opened the door right then when Kenny was sleeping, let everyone come in there. It would have just been justified and said she jumped out the window and everybody's dead. Chrissy's dead. I mean, Mariella's dead. Kenny. So that just shows you that is not the plan 100%. The plan is to have them massacre themselves. And that's what he's looking for. That's what he wants to do. Because at any time he could have killed these people. Anytime he wanted. He could either just took the talisman down and threw it on the floor. You know, anything the man in yellow wanted to do, or Sophia, whatever you want to call her, you know, it could have been done. Could have been done at that particular time.
Yeah, 100%, Tony. And but
shots,
no,
we go shots. We do shots. We do shots for what we do shots for super chat. Shot. All right, it's because they bring it up. Shot, baby.
Toast to everybody. Toast to everyone. Yes, everyone. We got 10 weeks a year to do this. One more, everybody. It's the party.
That's
party.
It, man. It goes faster than you think.
Mm-hmm.
Faster than you think. Throw it up in there.
Oh shit, my shot glass had a break in it. Let me make sure I didn't cut myself. Oh my goodness. Whoa, that is amazing. And let me get into this. Okay, so yeah, He falls asleep. He wakes up. He calls out for her. And then after he calls out for her, he hears her crying. And that alone should have kind of given him a little bit of a clue, Tony.
Mhm.
He didn't wake up to her crying. He woke up, noticed she was outside, and then heard her cry once he yelled out. So did she just start crying simultaneously when she heard Kenny's voice? And her crying is so, "Ooh, daddy, ooh,
Yeah,
daddy,
she
no."
probably heard Kenny wake up, had told the monsters to go hang the thing and pull the body in there, and then heard Kenny wake up, told them to go away, and then cried, so it lured him over. So that was what it was. It was all game. You're muted.
I meant to shut my camera off to check to see if I was bleeding from a cracked glass, but I shut my microphone off instead. So you guys all just saw me throw paper towels on my face, like, am I bleeding? Cut me, Mick, am I bleeding? Okay, so so the Men in Black, no, the Men in Black, wrong show. That's the Lost character. If he calls for her, then we hear her crying outside. She's outside. A few monsters are around her. Or we talked about this earlier. It was the Man in Yellow giving them Jim and Goat instructions. I think we both think that. Yeah, that seems like what she probably was doing.
No doubt.
And she cries, "Daddy's dead, Daddy's dead." He hugs her. Marielle comes out. It's a lot of fake crying. Marielle checks on the dead dude, Dad, and Man in Yellow does the typical behind the back smile. To the camera.
Yeah, like he.
This girl's doing a good job as playing.
She's knocking it out of the park. She's a hell of an actress. From what I've seen so far, she's an amazing actress. She has done a great job. And I haven't praised a lot of actors on this show. Not that I don't want to, but it's such a standout that I have no choice but to. Like, her performance has been electric. It has been amazing. There's no doubt about it that if this is what she can do, and this is what it's just not this role, and she can shift this to other things, we will see her in Hollywood for a very long time. She'll get the call out there. She'll get a shot at one of these shows, like a Euphoria type of show or something, and then it's just going to be on and popping.
Yeah, and the part like this could very easily be really cheesy, and she does it with such like a deft hand. You know, she plays it just fun enough, but just earnest enough. I mean, I can call this stuff out, but we're also in the know. It's like watching poker at home when you can see the cards. You're like, he's bluffing. Yeah, because we can see the fucking cards. But in the moment, she's overdoing it a little bit, but no one but Sarah has really clocked her. And I think even Sarah's not quite sure. She's just
it's funny that she got casted. Like, I guess it went for the age, because when Acosta, I mean, I've seen her, Samantha Brown in other movies and stuff, because obviously I'm a #1 fan and all that good stuff. But I have seen her in other movies, especially like that Baby Mama film that she did that, and she played a sinister character like that. You know what I mean? Like a
just like
Fatal Attraction type person and all that stuff. And I've seen her do that, so she does a great job at that. So I could easily have seen her swing this way, but I guess age wise and all that but she has to look much younger and stuff to pull off a 15-year-old or something.
She doesn't. To me, that actress looks like 30 though. That's the one problem. But whatever. Yeah.
But they put the dress on her and really try their best.
Yeah, but she does not like
they try to Amish her up. All right, they really try to Amish her.
That's not working for me. We already talked about the scene a little bit at length, but we'll get into it. We'll at least yada yada it. Breaking Bad with Elgin. Elgin comes out of the room and Boyd's just sitting there waiting for him. Like, this is so threatening. This whole situation is so threatening. He's just sitting there waiting for him outside the room. He's like, go back inside. Now, if people find out what we did, it's the type of thing that and uses the words of the Man in Yellow, Tony, that will tear this place apart. Can't let that happen. If anyone asks you, you tell them you lost your eye helping Fatima. And Elgin says, what if I don't? Elgin's got balls. I'll give him that. Boyd drops a heavy bag and the ground, like, bam. Listen, I'll tell everyone you killed Tilly and put you in the box. You know what happens then? And then he kicks the thing in anger and he walks out of there, give him the look at his face. And he's like, he gives him the Boyd eye fuck that he gives Smiley, like listen, you motherfucker, you better keep your mouth shut. And he walks up Tony. I love Boyd, but oh my God, like Boyd's out of control. Like that, I mean,
it's way too much. I would say the number one thing is the camera. Will the camera come back? And now it's underneath Donna's bed. Will that camera come back at any point? Will it show something, another picture or something like that? But he, again, like I said earlier, he should have easily. You don't have to make something up for this guy. All you got to do is tell the truth. You know, you're going to, I'll tell you killed Tilly. You know what I mean? You know, you don't have to go that far with the Tilly situation.
Who you talking about, Tony? Who?
Yeah, Tilly. I ain't gonna go there and tell her that you killed her. Why would you do that? You could just say you fed Fatima blood and kidnapped her. That's way enough to get this dude put in the box. Right off the bat, you don't have to go there. But the fact that he's making up this lie, it just shows that he is now becoming someone, and we have talked about this in the show, that it's all about sharing information, and now he has become someone who wants to hoard the information and only put out information that he wants to put out. And it never ends well for anyone who does that in any show you ever watch.
Yeah, he's to do the Walking Dead thing. When the Walking Dead was good, he's like in the Rick-tatorship stage of Rick, where he's just he's controlling, and the only person that's been able to call him out on his shit steadily at this point, taking over the role of Father Cautry, is Christy. She's like, Boyd, what the fuck? Both episodes, they've made it a point to show Christy is the only person that will get in his face and say, what the fuck? But Christy also thinks there's no way out of this place, that we found out tonight. Christy thinks the audience is stupid for all the theories.
Yeah,
there's no way out of this place.
It's all about that. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat. I think the man in yellow or Kenny gets some to break him for love. She's too young of a character, and that's what it is. You know, they're going to bring her in as a 15-year-old and allow Kenny to smash a 15-year-old. They're not going to, and I just don't think there's any time in this show for anything like that. I just don't see it being like that. It's not a show like that. There's no time for no good times. It have to happen earlier. Now
no time for shipping characters, Tony.
Yeah, it's game time right now for everything. I think everything is ramped up. You're never gonna have a chance to do that. You know what I mean? Let me get that shot. I told you to take a shot for every super chat that is put in there on the Teflon TV channel. Definitely, and the Phil Issues Guy channel. We definitely gonna get these going.
And let me sip this. I'm sipping my shots now.
You know, I just don't see it. It would just be so random. All of a sudden, people having sex out of nowhere. We ain't never seen Jim and Tabitha have sex, and they lay in the bed together. You know what I mean? We ain't never seen it. It's just not that type of show.
They almost hugged once. Acosta in the diner. This scene was probably my favorite exchange, partially because I'm a Beatles fan, whatever. The radio and I think music plays such an excellent part of the show. Someone said it online, and I'm stealing this line, but my favorite character in the show is the haunted jukebox. The haunted jukebox is just a hilarious character.
It is. Got cock-a-doodle-doo and everything else comes out there and all that good stuff.
Wakes her ass up. Wakes up Acosta with Good Morning, Good Morning, a cover of the Beatles song. I'm not sure who's covering it, but it's the cover.
It's totally drink. You become.
Whoa, you guys are assholes. You know?
I'm funny all the time.
Donating everybody.
I've known for being my whole life. I've been known for being funny. Like that. That's just what it is. So it ain't when I drink I get funny. I just think I get looser and I'll say more craziness. But I'll get funny. I think I'm always funny. I always got jokes for everybody. But we got the next shot. All right. So I think the man in yellow will use Chrissy form to break Kenny, to be clear. Oh, all right. That he's gonna turn to Chrissy, and then that would be that. That's they've already built that up, right? Mm-hmm. So that could work if he did something like that. If he fell for that, you know what I mean? And then I could see it working, but not the random young girl or anything. It would have to be something with Christy. If he took Chrissy's form and then broke Chrissy, and then all of a sudden, 100%, I could see that.
Yeah, 100. I could definitely see something. I do
also,
think there
was a picture she posted on Instagram that had she had mad blood on her.
Chrissy,
that, Phil? Yeah.
I'm not sure if I saw that one. I saw she was hanging out with her real life wife with Marielle. She's
in those things. If you look, you see.
Oh, I didn't scroll through. I didn't scroll through them and stuff like that.
I'll try to grab it up while you recap.
Let's take a quick call before we get back to our recap. This is from area code 905. 905, welcome to the show. What's going on?
Phil?
Hey, what's up?
Hello, this is your number one fan, Phyllis. How are you?
Oh, hey, Phyllis. I'm going to let you call right back because we're talking about a different show right now, but thank you so much for calling. Call right back in and I'll send you to voicemail for Soprano stream. But Phyllis, this is Phyllis, one of our fans of our Soprano streams. Phyllis, you're amazing. Thank you so much for calling in right now. But we're talking about a show called From right now. You don't want any part of the show. I'll talk to you soon, Phyllis.
Okay.
Bye-bye. That's our good friend Phyllis of the show who watches
that?
our...
Is that your sugar mama? Is that
Yeah,
is that,
that's Phyllis.
is that your sugar mama?
She's the single fan of our
we got Phil Sugar Mom. It's a call for a booty call right now.
Yep.
It's called to get Phil come over there. She's like,
I'm like, I can't do
Phil.
it.
He's like, oh, damn it, you're busting me.
I can't do it right now. I can't do it right now, guys. Hey now. Oh yeah.
What is Chrissy's name? What did she go by? What name did she go by?
On Chloe.
Chloe Vandersloot.
Chloe Vandersloot or something like
Let's
that.
see if I can find it right now. I'm not.
I did. I didn't want to put Phyllis in it all.
I know. You know I'm fucking with you, bro.
No, I know you are. Phyllis is the only reason we still do the Soprano streams because she sends us messages. She's like I'm blind. I listen to your Soprano streams. You got to do more of them. And we're like, oh, I guess we'll do another one. She's like the one person that listens to them. Exactly.
I don't actually know where we are. I can't get it up. Well, I can get it up, but I
pause.
Oh, gee. Only thing that pops up is Samantha's stuff on my feed. So I already
yeah. Everywhere you look in your phone, it's Windows.
Yeah, I need you to look it up, Phil.
Let me see if I can get it. Let me see if I can get it up for Chloe here.
All right.
Let me see if I can flash it on the phone.
Yeah, I'll hold it down while you like that. Yeah, see, that was funny. I wasn't drunk when I said that, right? I am funny, man. I am funny and everything. I just want to show this picture because it is a self-aware picture. Like it's a weird picture that you would see. Like it must mean something, and it's there's something definitely going on there in that picture and everything else with the special effect. I will say this too. I talked to the special effects person and who in from. Am I allowed to say that? I talked to him. And we definitely
this one, Tony.
No, it shows her legs. And we're definitely gonna have him on. He's working on the show right now, so we can't. He's busy, but as soon as he's done with that show, we will definitely have him on and talk to him and stuff. So and everything. So look forward to saying that. Can't get it up. Is this Tony Teflax in the dark? No. Listen, the Don is the Don, baby. Come on. I'm from Queens, New York, baby. You already know. I gotta take my glasses off on your girls over here. Pull an indie geek. Take my glasses off every 2 seconds and stare into the camera.
I couldn't find it, but I sent you a link to her profiles to make it easier for you to find.
I'll look for it.
I think so. Let's see if that's it. I sent it to your Instagram.
It's hard for me to even look up like messages in Instagram. Like I'm not even familiar with it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, you see it? Okay, cool. Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get so we get this good morning montage here as we make our way around town to all the Matthews who are waking up in their living room. They stayed up all night or waiting up for Jim. Over to Boyd looking in the mirror. This is just a really fun like montage here of music. It makes it. I love how they introduce the bag here. They go over to Boyd looking in the mirror, kind of not recognizing himself because of everything he just did with Elgin, like feeling like, oh, what the fuck did I just do? A little bit, it looks like. Living in Colony House, it seems at the moment. He heads outside. He sees something. He walks back in, grabs the binoculars, comes back out, sees something hanging on the hotel bag as we get our intro. And then we get what's in the bag as Boyd heads down to see what's in it. It's leaking blood. Acosta and Jade come over too. Tabitha sees outside the window. She's like, oh, she starts doing her Tabitha godding. Tony can play the clip right now. Oh God, oh God, oh no, oh no, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God.
Yeah. No,
I think I might be able to play it. Where is it? Her as like a
Where is? I don't understand. It's like when you look at the pictures of the, because there's a picture of her and her wife, right?
Yes. Yeah, I thought that I found that one.
I haven't even found that one yet.
It's towards the top. Maybe it was she shared it on a story.
Like she's getting married or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Or something like 7 years together and blah blah blah, something like that. I'm just not familiar with this Instagram. Yeah, I'm not on it enough.
I'm not familiar with this Insta stuff.
Back in my day, I went to school.
I'm a MySpace person.
I remember MySpace. I had 6 friends. That's all I needed. Top 8 friends. That's all I wanted. Okay. So Boyd goes down. Boyd comes down to see what's leaking blood. Julie. And okay, fucking, I don't want to be too hard on Ethan because Ethan comes out. He's like, "What's in the bag? What's in the box? What's in the box? Is my dad in there?" And Boyd grabs him. Julie's looking more angry than sad, and she takes Ethan away to the barn. And Ethan says to Julie as they're walking away, "Dad's not in there. We'll find him." And it's funny, in the last episode, like literally less than 3 hours ago, the night before, he's like, "Dad's dead." He was saying that. He was saying the previous episode in the night, we all know Dad's dead. And so Ethan's having an emotional time right now. He's
100%. And I'm saying Ethan is also like when you deal with it, it's like his attitude is completely shifting. Like he has a shitty attitude all of a sudden. You know, real bad attitude he's been having and stuff.
Yeah, Ethan is my dad in there and is in no. So Julie and Ethan walk off to head off towards the barn. Tabitha tells Boyd, I feel like sometimes, you ever play those video games, Tony, where they have like conversational trees where you get a character and they have like several choices for what they can talk? With Tabitha, Tabitha sometimes has no. I told you, fuck you, it's your fault. Or what she says here to Boyd, oh my God. She chose, it's like Tabitha in the moment. Oh my God. But Tabitha's freaking out. She's says, get down, get the bag down. Jade comes to help. Ethan says to Julie, we're going to find him, right? And as they head to the barn, Julie reluctantly agrees, but she doesn't promise. They open the body bag. They did not put Jim in the body bag. It's in fact Goatsy. It's a goat. So right at that point,
it's a black goat. It's a black goat. I think the black goat is significant that it's a black goat, you know, with the black horns. And, you know, people are going to say that it has stuff to do with, you know, with the devil. I'm sure that's what they're going for there and everything else. She got a different view of these pictures on the thing. I don't think we've had this view.
Debbie says, actual dialogue. Tabitha, no. Boyd, no. Ethan, no. Tabitha, no. Boyd, no. Tabitha, oh my God. Boyd, no. Tabitha, oh my God, no. Debbie, painfully accurate. So Julie and Ethan get to the barn and they scream, and we see Tony. We've been watching a lot of television and movies. We've seen Heather Langenkamp, for what I'm mispronouncing her name, from Friday the 13th. We've seen, from Nightmare on Elm Street. We've seen like girls in Jason movies. We've seen people in Scream and Scream movies franchises. This Hannah might have the best scream queen scream of all time. Like when she screamed, her ugly scream face.
Yes, it's definitely the best. Oh, it's the best looking woman that I've ever seen do an ugly screen face in my life. I've never seen no one
so good at it. Her face
is amazing. I don't know when she found out she was amazing. I have no idea when she found that shit out, but it's definitely working for her.
Dude, she just like, she transforms into this like crazy, like, you're talking about characters getting. I hope there's a horror movie starring the actress that plays Sophia and Julie. They do a great job together. So they get to the barn, they scream. Ethan, they're hugging. Boyd comes running down to them, and Jimbo's hanging in the barn upside down. Looks like a tarot card, the hanging man, as Tabitha loses it. And we see the words, which we questioned at the moment if it was real in the show or just part of the trailer. And now we know for sure it was real. Knowledge comes at a cost, written on the wall very cleanly, as these monsters have excellent penmanship. as Tabitha. If you mess that up, do you erase it?
Yeah, and they got the whole owl right in the letter, right in there. Like I would have fucked it. It was all in there perfectly. They have great penmanship.
Great penmanship. That's like it's almost impressive to write that so clearly and so amazingly. So, do you think that was a reaction to, yes, it was a reaction to them figuring out through the song, also a reaction of digging? I think it's everything. I mean, it's like they got too many answers in that moment.
It's for them getting out. It's for Tabitha escaping. It's for them figuring out the song. It's for everything. It's for all that. It's for the digging that it's at one step led to the next, and I think it's just for all of it. And just the song thing was just the end of it all. Like that, y'all gone too fucking far now with this Anna Cooey shit. Yeah. Now we gotta put the brakes on.
Yeah, you've crossed the line. You got him playing that song.
And Donna didn't do her job keeping y'all from there, so now we got to kill Donna.
Donna was very conspicuous in this episode. She was playing the Clara role. So Sophia and Kenny again, off to Sophia's smiling face, praying over the dead dad. And it's just so fake. This was one of the fakest parts of it. And she cries and thanks Kenny. Again, con lesson number 138. If someone constantly apologizes to you and over thanks you for things they don't have to, they might be conning you. She's like, thanks, Kenny, for allowing me to pray over my dad's body. Like, why are you thanking Kenny for that? You shouldn't have to thank him. It's an extra level of thank you that ingrains you to the person, and it's someone playing you a little bit. Just little things. It doesn't mean someone's definitely playing you. But again, these are the lessons you can take to the poker table and win better money. When people try things like that, learn. And she was definitely giving some tells that if Kenny was a better cop, he might be able to pick him up. And if
she's doing a lot of things that's over the top too much that Kenny is just, and I think I'm gonna give Kenny the pass. And what up to our girl Jackie in the building? Jackie C is in the building.
Welcome back.
I haven't seen her in a while. Welcome back. And we have to get donated memberships and see if we can get Jackie C a membership. We need people to donate. So, but I'll give him a pass because we know his father got killed in there, and she's saying her father got killed in there. So maybe that's a bonding moment. You know what I mean? He knows what she's going through. So he's going to play that supportive role and that supportive system for her and stuff. So I'll give him a pass on that one. But other people need to start picking this shit up if it's not going to be him.
Yeah.
Someone's got to start picking it up. And I think it'll be Sarah when it's all said and done. And we'll talk about that when we get to that.
I think we're both really great there. Trippy, I mentioned this earlier, and I just want to jump on it again because you're the only other person that is taking as much joy as me in that. Who else really appreciated them playing the Beatles Good Morning in this episode? I did. You don't hear Beatles stuff that often in some songs here and there. So I appreciate it when we do, especially a song like Good Morning, Good Morning. Obviously, we can't hear the actual Beatles version, but whoever did the cover was really fun. And I definitely did. I thought that was really awesome, setting the mood. And I'm not kidding to say one of my favorite characters in the show is the haunted jukebox. I'm totally on board with that. I'm team jukebox. I am team jukebox for sure. They're funny the way it's, because I'm not sure if that's the man in yellow. I think that might be something else. It might be a different force going on there. So she asks, we talked about this before earlier. They talk about the burial of her dad, and she asks who this Boyd is. And Kenny says he's the one that keeps this whole place together. And she says, oh, he seemed kind. I thought you said, like, who's Boyd? Like, but I guess you meant what he was like. But you seem to not. I'm just sorry.
It definitely what it does is she knows now. Let's say she didn't know. I think she did, but let's just say she did. Now she knows who she has to get out of here, right? In order to make them all kill each other.
Recon.
He's the one he's the glue that holds this town together. So now she's got to go into, and I think she can go into. She could use. She may use Elgin. She may use Acosta. She could use any of them to try to break Boyd's trust in this whole place and get him taken away, making it easy for her to go out there and get these people to kill people.
100%. And Tony, it's like, in this situation, the man in yellow is like, I know Tony's seen it, but I'm just going to say it like this. If you've seen Goodfellas, At the end of Goodfellas, spoiler alert, at the end, they end up taking down the whole family because this idiot's like in his restaurant talking shit with his mother. And they're like, we get this guy, this idiot. He's keeping notes, writing everyone's name down. It's for the FBI. Like the FBI just comes in there like, oh, wow, we got everything right here. Oh my goodness. And that's what Kenny's like with the man in yellow in this situation. Kenny is just like the perfect FBI informant to the mafia right here. He's just telling them everything, everything, and not even realizing he's ratting out the whole situation. And she's just sitting there drinking it all up. And that's why blabbermouth. Yes,
blabbermouth. He just does not shut up.
In our best Jackie Gleason, you are a blabbermouth. Love that shit. Fucking blabbermouth. You guys in the live chat are amazing tonight. Keep it going. Oh my God. Jen Hack, another one of we've got 3 Aussies in the live chat right now with Jen Hack. We got Carla and we got Laura. We appreciate our Australian contingent in the live chat right now. Thank you.
Love everyone from Australia. Love you all out there from Australia. Thank you all for representing them and chilling with us. You know, we had 300 people up in here rocking with us, with people trying to undercut us purposely, but it's fine. We still here. We've been
all in the game, Tony.
It's all about the game. We've been surviving these attacks for over 10 years. Over 10 years.
All in the game. And Laura, I think I got an alert that something might be on my way. So we'll have to do this. We'll talk about that later. Okay, so Sophia and Kenny off to Sophia's smiling face. I already talked about this part. So Kenny says he's gonna keep this place together, and my head hurts on this one. So the glasses thing, Tony. You wear glasses. So is she getting a pair of glasses that don't have her prescription and she's trying to match up to find one that's close to her prescription, or is she just getting them for the frames? I was confused about the whole glasses part, or my overthinking.
She's just getting to get inside that building. She doesn't
I understand, but what do they mean by, do you want new glasses? Like you want another pair? Like that?
Yeah, I didn't think anything was wrong with the ones she was wearing. There's no cracks in them or nothing like that. Like, why would that be the drawing thing? Like, if she had broke her glasses, then I would say that's something to say. But her glasses look fine to me.
Yeah,
so I don't know why they would do everything like that.
Thing.
You know what I mean?
Totally. Like I think you were answering a better question than I was asking. I was asking the more stupid question, like, why are they going to look for glasses? There's no prescription. Like, even if she finds a pair like she did that looks right or fits right, because they were more talking about the fit, how they look on her. They weren't really dealing with like, do those lenses work? Because I'm pretty sure that's the more important part. Like, if it's the right kind of lenses.
Yeah, I didn't understand why they did that. They really didn't. They could. There's people saying they were cracked. I didn't see it cracking, but they were cracked, and that makes sense. I didn't see it.
That makes sense.
The nonfiction says it was, and that's what it is. We believe.
And I don't want to compare this to Lost because I know people hate that. Lost did that much better with Sawyer, where he had to go through hundreds of pairs of glasses, try them on to make sure that they looked, and he found 2 pairs of glasses that worked. One worked on one eye, one worked in the other eye, and they had to like solder them together to work for him. So that Jack had to do that, I believe. So it takes a while just to get a fake pair of glasses that work. I'm sorry, it only ring untrue because of the Lost thing to me. All
right, let's go. Fernandez C gifted 5 memberships. Hopefully Jackie She got one. Thank you so much. It's very generous of you. We also got a gifted membership, another one from Bliss. Gifted a membership. Well, so hopefully Jackie C got. We're trying to get Jackie C a membership for 3 years straight.
Her glasses were all for her aesthetic, Phil. Yeah, okay. Thank you. That's what I want to know. Her glasses were all for the aesthetic.
Yeah, we got another super chat. We'll take that shot in a second. Can we agree that Frumville has taken too much from Kenny already? His dad, his mom, tainting Sarah and Christy from bringing
and common fucking sense.
I give you 100% on that. That they've messed with this dude way too much. They have targeted him way too much. But there has to be a reason why they keep targeting him. Yeah. But I do agree. Yes. They no doubt they have been messing with that dude for way too much.
Kenny. Okay, so let's continue here. We go to Ethan, who I think this is one of my favorite cuts here. It cuts from the glasses to Ethan breaking shit, Tony. He's beating the shit out of the house. He's breaking shit all over the place, destroying stuff, doing what everyone in the audience wants to do, calling Tabitha a liar, telling her he hates her. He's basically, again, speaking for a lot of the viewing audience. You guys were fighting. That's why Dad went away. Julie's like, it doesn't matter now. Tabitha cries. Ethan hates it here. Great acting by this kid. I got to say, like, I'm hard on kid actors when they don't pull it off. This actor that plays Ethan really pulled this off, like this angry.
He did a great job. Did a great job with this angry stuff. You know, he didn't overdo it. That's the whole thing. You don't want to oversell that. Like, you want it to be believable. Because if he just lost his mind and just started screaming and at the top of his lungs and falling on the floor and just doing all that stuff, it would have been too much. You know what I mean? So it was just the right amount, I would say.
Tony, when you a couple of times I've been in plays where I have to play drunk on stage, the director, the way they direct you is you can't play drunk. You got to play that you think you're okay and you're clumsy a little bit or something. Like if you play drunk, it's just too much in those situations. And to your point, Ethan played this perfect. He played it like I would be a kid. Like I could imagine having a tantrum and throwing shit around and telling your mom you hate her and stuff like that. So we go off to Donna watching Boyd and Jade cleaning up the body, or sort of cleaning up the scene. As Boyd wheels out the body, Ellis comes up to town watching. Jade's with them too. They head to the chapel. Ellis says the saddest line in the entire episode, Tony. Ellis says, we need to clean him up before the kids and Tabitha see him. And Jade and Boyd get a look like it's too late. We got KP. Give us a call back in a little bit after the recap, and we'll get you on, KP.
100%.
So or if I can set it up if you want to leave a voicemail while we're finishing up here. But so so yeah, Ellis, poor Ellis here, such a good soul. He's like he's like the kids can't see this, and
he's
like
dead. He's dead. It's too much goodness for Ellis in these 2 episodes. They're setting up his death. He's dead. He's out of here. There's no way he survived. They're doing all the stuff, having Boyd break down to him and him hugging him there, and then saying the kids can't see him like this and all that. It's too much goodness, too early for Ellis. Ellis is the fuck out of here. I guarantee you this.
I'm so with you on that one. And Boyd starts trying to understand the message. Knowledge comes at a cost. What the fuck does that mean? And finally, to the audience's celebration, Tony. I don't want to get into we don't want to be like other people and play sound effects here, but I want to play some cheers here. Yay! But Boyd,
sound effects in this thing. I don't have that somewhere.
I think I have sound effects too somewhere. I
thought they put them in, or maybe they took them. I thought they put some sound effects.
They have them. Oh no, I've got them. Up there we go.
There we go. Yeah, Boyd, we do.
Yeah, no, we'll use them right.
Hey, we do have some sound effects. Hey,
we got it too, motherfucker. Okay, so Jade says we got to talk. So they're finally going to fucking trade notes, Tony. We're actually going to get conversations between our characters. So we go off to one of my favorite scenes of this whole section of the episode. We go off to Sarah and Kenny and Sophia, or to Sarah as Kenny and Sophia walk up. And you got to give Kenny credit here. He's completely forgiven Sarah. Like you would almost not think that.
Well, he was kind of like wary on letting her go with Sarah. He was like,
And he like walks up to her, hey Sarah, what's going on?
Okay, I guess you could go with her. he was wary about it. He didn't want to. When the idea was brought up right away, he was just like, okay.
Okay. Oh my God. Oh, I just want to also mention that the actor that played Kenny was on one of my favorite YouTube series, Hot Ones. The episode hasn't been put out yet, but Kenny, this cast is getting the A treatment interviews. This one, we got Kenny's going to be on a Hot Ones episode. For those of you that didn't see it, anyone that knows what that is, that's the series where the people drink or eat the hot wings, and they're interviewed and they have to eat the like progressing degree of hotter wings and answering difficult questions along the way. So Kenny is going to be on there, I believe, in one of the upcoming episodes. So
good for him. Good for him. He deserves it. He seems like a really good guy in real life. Like family man, like jiu-jitsu cat and all that stuff. Seems like a real cool cat and everything.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be interesting seeing him on that show because I've seen it with so many like really, and I don't. This isn't a backhanded compliment. I've just seen it with so many huge celebrities. It's gonna be cool to see it with Kenny. I'm like, oh yeah,
no,
dude.
listen, I don't think he's making it. I think he's tapping out. But we'll see when it's all said.
Sarah and Kenny, Sophia walks up. Kenny says he has to head off once he hears about Jim, and Sophia heads back to the doctors. Or he tells Sophia to head back to the doctors, and she's like, "I need my glasses." And Sarah is like, "I'll go with Sophia." And as you said, he kind of gives a look. This is the weirdest line here. Were Jim and Kenny close? And I didn't know because Sarah goes, "I know you two were very close."
Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. Jim and Kenny being close. I
thought he was talking about Sophia for a second. Like I thought he was like, "I'm sorry to take Sophia away from you." Like I'm like, he's not talking about Jim.
Yeah, I didn't see it at all that Kenny and Jim were close. I don't even know how many scenes the actors had together in the show. Maybe behind the scenes they didn't show. But
I was going to ask you, am I missing something? Because was she must have been talking about Jim. Like I know you guys were close. Were they? Did we see that?
No, we didn't see that at all.
Yeah. So whatever. They head off with the man in yellow looking suspicious. No, they just lived in the same house for a while, says C. Hawkins. Okay, I guess they did live in the same house for a while. Like the Matthews family did move in with them briefly.
Everybody moved in with them.
Yeah, everyone was living there.
Everybody had a turn moving in there.
They went out to the settlement and bonded together. Okay, fair. I just that's not a memorable thing. Like if you said like Kenny and Ellis were close, I would say for sure. Like they've made it a point to show that they have some sort of interesting relationship, or Jade and Kenny because Jade was close to the mom. But I wouldn't have made a note that.
No, I mean, finding food together one time doesn't make you close. All right. I've gone to dinner with people one time and I ain't close to them.
Yeah, Tony, we've hung out with some people we don't like.
Man, y'all gotta do better than that. They didn't show that closeness with them. It wasn't like they were off together on missions and figuring stuff out. If it was Jade and you said Jade and Jim were close, then I would say yes, because we've seen them together multiple times.
Yeah, like they hung out. They had a situation. That being said, I know I'm spending a little bit too much time on one line, but it stood out to me a little bit. Because I was just like, what's she mean there? Like, who's she talking about? So we go to Jade and Boyd finally talking. Go to Jade telling Boyd about the end of last season. We don't have to repeat all of this, but he basically just tells him everything that happened at the end of last season. The kids, the Flash, the song, the 7 kids, Anna Kui. And I love Boyd's reaction in this scene, Tony. Like, it's the greatest. Okay. Like, he's so accepting of it. Okay, what's next? His okay. This is why Harold's like one of the great actors of all time. His okay is just so perfect. He just goes, okay. And then Jade says, yeah, it means remember. The knowledge comes at a cost. They wrote it because we learned something about the kids, and they killed Jim because of us. And Boyd quotes Sarah from her brother, if you push, this place pushes back. And Boyd says, okay. And I love his supposition here. He goes, okay. Let's say if this is real, the kids keep calling you back. How do we begin to save something that's already dead? How do we do it? And Jade says he's going to work on it. And Boyd says work harder, and him and Ellis leave. And I said this earlier, Tony, if only they had a time traveler, Tony.
Yeah, if only they knew someone who could actually do that. it would just be so easy.
Is it too easy? Like, am I being too obvious to connect the dots here to say that now they have the perfect setup because Julie can do this and all they have to do is trade notes, and now they can use Julie's time travel ability to be able to go back and save the children? Am I going too far there, Tony?
I mean, if they do that, it would just be weak. If they just had it, if they go back before the people actually accepted it, it wouldn't work. It's too weak. They got to figure something else out. And I think the best way for them to do it is for Julie to go forward before stuff happens, and then come back and tell them what's gonna happen and set the whole shit up. Like, that's how you use the ability. She goes forward before it happens. She sees what happens, and then she comes back and says A, B, and C, D is gonna happen. This is how we prevent that from happening, and then that's how they go. That's the way I would do it. Shaggy's got a question here. It says, okay, quick question. Why does Julie have like seizures while she's time traveling or story walking or whatever does that? Well, if you go into the show Fringe and you want to go through that, That's what happens when you travel between parallel universes. So I mean that's the way I look at it, you know. So it's an effect from being in a parallel universe.
Let's continue. Sarah and Sophia. Okay, Sarah and Sophia head into the diner, and we meet up with everyone's favorite, Acosta. Okay, I want to say this about Acosta. Beyond Tony fangirling and talking about her. This is what
you saying me personally. I'm not a fangirl for you.
No, I'm fanboying. But I mean, I meant being a fan. I combined.
I know what you mean.
I combined being a fan of your girl with fanboy. But
I have to take off my glasses when you talk about it. Let me take my glasses.
I more meant to take it out of this. I just want to say this. Even to the people that are frustrated the fuck with Acosta, we gotta celebrate how awesome of a performance Samantha Brown is doing to make you hate her.
I'm taking a shot for that.
To make you hate her. Because I think that is part of the thing. Like Acosta's supposed to be a little frustrating because she's a baby in this place. And for whatever it's worth, she's just not. She's in that point where Jim was fucking around. They have to tie you up. They usually tie you up in that phase till you get used to it and you have a chance to run to like get out your energy and scream it out. She hasn't had that opportunity. She immediately got thrown into the fire. I'm annoyed with her. I'm not obviously jumping on board with everything Tony's saying. I'm like roll my eyes at her half the time.
You're not allowed to.
But I feel like we have to give. I'm gonna get myself thrown off the show. You're gonna be like I'm disconnected. I have to give this actor credit because some people can flab this. When a character plays a detestable character sometimes, it's hard not to give the actor credit for playing a character that pisses you off. And this isn't like sometimes like a poor acting piss off. This is like she's doing too good of a job with this character and it pisses you off sometimes because it's so believable of a person freaking out like, no, I don't care what you think. I'm in this place. Fuck you. This is about me. Like, that's what I would be like. I would be Acosta in there, Tony.
I would say this. Number one, when I seen the extras that they showed in the show, the extras should have been the Don and Phil. We could have played those extra roles easily.
I am with
they need to put us in there. All right, but besides that,
thank you for having me.
Let me explain to y'all how it goes in the acting game, and I'll do a really simple analogy for all of y'all and go back to professional wrestling because it's the same thing. When you are a villain or a heel in professional wrestling, your job is to get heat. And the heat you get is the more people that hate you, the better job you are doing. And that is what the heat you're looking for at that particular time. I mean, Roddy Piper is probably the greatest villain in the history of professional wrestling.
Detestable things he did, but
he got more heat and more hate than anybody. He was able to get it out at any particular time. And that's the type of performance that Acosta is giving. She's getting that heat from people. And Phil is right. She should be, in all honesty, she has every right to question everything that anybody in this goddamn place does. She don't know these motherfuckers. And what has she seen while she's been in there? People's hands beat up, people's eyeballs pushed out till it dead out of nowhere. She ain't seen no good shit. She don't smoke weed and hang in the house with everybody else playing the banjo and shit. She ain't seen none of that shit. Ever since she's got here, shit has been shitty. She's seen monsters rip people apart inside the street that she was driving with. She has seen nothing of a good time in this goddamn place. And I wouldn't trust motherfuckers. I don't trust motherfuckers when I go to the store. I don't trust people when they make my food at restaurants. So let alone trust people that I'm inside this place and this crazy shit is going on in there. She has every right to question it. She's never seen the goddamn tree that everybody is saying about this tree. She ain't see the goddamn tree. That wasn't her. She didn't see it. She was up in the back when that whole shit sat. So she has every right to question it. Why does she have to steal the ambulance? It's her ambulance. The ambulance came in with her. So she should have claim over the ambulance. Why she feel like she got to steal it? And why Chrissy got to jump her ass up in there out of nowhere? No one asked you to come up in here. Who asked you to come in? And they're like, oh, she's getting faster every time she goes through. So what? Get off the streets. She gonna get tired. She gonna get tired eventually if she keep going around, or she's just trying to see it for herself. And sometimes you gotta see shit for yourself.
Or you see how easy they flatten the tire. Just it's not a big deal. Just flatten her fucking tires. It was no big deal.
You gotta see shit for yourself, man. I gotta see shit.
Yeah,
Like
me
if
too.
you tell me so, I ain't believing you, goddammit. I don't believe shit. You gotta show me, motherfucker.
If someone outside of a
that's
concert's
the way
like
it
trying to
goes.
sell me, yeah, totally.
So
I'm with you.
y'all giving flack to her and everything else and all this good stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. She wasting gas. So what the hell are they using gas for? They didn't have that gas before she got there. So what the hell was they using? You can't say, oh, so now they're using the resource. No, that's her resource. She deserves to have it. If anyone can take ownership over the ambulance, it's her. How all of them they get the ownership over that motherfucker? I mean, come on, man. I mean, y'all just looking for reasons to hate on her. Number one, I'm not gonna lie to bullshit.
We got a super chat from TNX. Think what it is. We put ourselves in the show, and if we were there, we'd feel as though she will put our lives in danger. Therefore, she's a liability. I mean, fair enough in the sense of we'll see. I want to see what Acosta is like when she has a little bit of time.
What has she done that's been a liability to anybody in this place? What has she done?
Drew an empty gun, I guess. No, that's it.
I'm just saying, what has she done? She's trying to protect this guy who got his eyeball pulled out?
Nothing. Ultimately, she's been annoying. That's it.
You know, well, she should be because she don't know what's going on. She ain't been chilling up in here. Listen, nobody want to wipe their ass with a leaf. That wouldn't make you happy. It wouldn't make me happy if I was wiping my ass with a leaf every fucking night. I don't want to be a part of that shit. All right, you know what I mean? And that's what they got to be using, and everything else. Ain't nothing else they using up in that motherfucker. No, there's a pinch truck, but there ain't no goddamn shaman truck up in that motherfucker. There's no bears up in this motherfucker with tissue paper stuck on their ass. They ain't fucking white, right? These situations would make you like this. You know what I mean? I don't want to be in no situation like that. You know, I went camping. I told you before, I went camping one time. These motherfuckers took me camping out here in upstate New York. And as soon as I get out there camping and shit, and I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and the motherfucker threw a shovel at me and told me to dig a hole. I ain't digging no guy. I went to right out. You know what I did? Threw the shovel back and I went the goddamn hole.
I'd be awkward dumping.
I ain't shitting no goddamn hole. I ain't about that goddamn life. I ain't living that life. I like the goddamn plumbing that I got and everything else like that. So I ain't trying to hear all that. She has every right to be the way she want to be. I ain't trying to be like that.
Her attitude is understandable, but she's insufferable, especially since she lets people explain. So we'll get a little bit more into Acosta later when we get into the car scene. But I do want to point out the one line she says where Sarah's like, "Are you okay?" or whatever. And she's like, "We're not friends, Sarah. Don't talk to me, Sarah." And they just go off to the storeroom. I love that line.
She should know. She know what Sarah did.
We're not friends, Sarah.
Yeah, not fucking friends, yo. What the fuck you think this is?
So Julie gets into the action. Julie and Ethan are in bed. We'll be talking more about Acosta in a little bit. Julie gets into the action. Julie and Ethan are in bed. She's comforting him, and he's seemingly asleep, but he's not asleep. She's not sad. She's pissed. She goes off somewhere, but he's awake. Donna is cleaning up, asks Julie what's up. She says Julie needs a chaperone, and Julie's like, "It's the middle of the day. I'm going for a walk. I'll be fine." And Donna's like, "Yeah, I guess you'll be fine." Donna, you'll just guess she'll be fine. Whatever. She's like, "Oh, well, if you need anything, ask. I guess you'll be fine. Just go off. Your dad just died, but go walk off by yourself in the area, all off. You'll be okay." So then we go off to Randall, and we don't just meet Randall doing nothing. We see Randall in full American Gladiators, looking like the specimen that he is, doing pull-ups, you know, showing off the guns, Tony.
He had to show it off. They probably, you know, he probably asked for that scene.
Like,
Jack Bender was like, "How would you like to do some pull-ups, Randall?"
We need you to do something here.
I've been waiting for that scene.
He's screaming out the pull-ups. It's great. And he's like, "What the fuck what the hell do you want?" And he's like, "My dad died." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." She goes, "No, don't comfort. I don't need your comfort. I need your help." And he goes off with her. So then we go off to Tabitha, who goes to start scrubbing the note off the wall. And here's probably one of the big scenes of the episode, the scene that pissed most people off. The barn, and she's freaking out. Jade comes in and says, the fact that this note's here means this is all real. And she's like, "I don't give a shit. I don't care." He tries to comfort her, and he says, "This is messages to make us afraid." And she gives that, "My husband's dead. Shut the fuck up. You can go, he's like, you got to worry about your kids. And she says, fuck you, fuck my kids. I'll play your stupid violin. You don't care about anyone but yourself. Tabitha also says, you should be hanging from the rafter, not Jim. Fuck you, Jade. And my question is, obviously Tabitha is acting in an appropriate way because her husband just died, and Jade's
not. I don't say appropriate. I wouldn't say it's
Or
appropriate.
I shouldn't say appropriate. I can understand why she's acting this way, but I also want to ask this question because I don't think it's appropriate either, Tony. Could this be about, if we believe that they had some interaction in the past, could this also be passive anger for shit that past Jade did somewhere, like some horrible shit that past Jade? Because she seemed really like locked into a different kind of anger on him. That should be you. You should be up there dying. It seemed like really out of nowhere.
I think, it's I don't know if once she found out that her and Jade have been like fucking Hawkman and Hawkgirl and they've been reincarnated, loving each other all these years.
Dude, I love the
that
reference. Yeah,
that she's feeling something for him that she doesn't want to feel for him, and that's why she's saying that, because she just can't fight the feeling. It could be that. It could be something like that coming through there, and I also think it's easily coming through there. It is. She's blaming herself, but doesn't want to blame herself. Like she went out there, she played the violin, she left through the tree, she did all these things. She pushed him away when he was trying to talk to her. He was like, I need time. And he was like, I just want to understand. And Jim was like, grabbed her by the shoulders, like, just talk to me, let me understand. And she didn't talk to him, and she walked away and said she needed to be by herself. I think it's all those things that happen that's rolled up into this, and she's not willing to accept everything. Jade is the person that is there, so it's easier for her to blame it on him when she's just as responsible for everything that Jade did.
100%. And you could even say that not all of this is and this is my opinion of it. I don't think this is all 100% to do with the song. I think that's part of it, but I also think digging the hole is part of this. I think, and I think building the antenna maybe a little bit too. It's everything. It's everything wrapped up. It's the Matthews were pushing too much, and they needed to put a hammer on the Matthews situation. So I understand this. I do think eventually Tabitha will apologize to this, but it did seem she was a bit out of pocket here. Although Jade maybe was picking the wrong opportunity to pursue this, he's been at least mildly respectful about all this, but I do think
showing up though. He's showing up at the house. Now he's showing up here. Like, you just stay away for a little bit.
Yeah, he needs to. That's
keep popping in, bro. Go back to your lab and keep working on what you're working on. Don't let her come to you. Like when it all happened, she came to him when he was working there. He didn't go to her. She came. Wait till she comes to you, bro.
I'm so with you, Tony, and I'm going to repeat again what I said earlier with the Walter thing. You might be right, Jade, but you're being an asshole. The Big Lebowski thing again. You might be right, but you can still be an asshole. So back off for a fucking moment. She just lost her goddamn husband. I'm not saying she's acting rational, but you're not giving her an opportunity to. So speaking of people that don't necessarily act rational, we go to Acosta, who's all fucked up right now, as she should be. And and I love this. This is a great moment. She's just like, you know what? Fuck it. And she heads into cop mode, and she tries to sneak stealth to the ambulance and start it up, and she gets busted because she's a rookie. And she's not really good at her job yet. Marielle and Christy stop her, and Christy just like hops her way, like peg leg Pete's her way into the fucking front seat of the car, dude. She's just like, hopscotch, we all go on. And Marielle's just like, what are you doing, honey? And then they just spin off there, and that's that. We'll get back to that in a second. So, because this all kind of goes in succession. Then we get to Boyd and Kenny, and they talk about Jim. And this is another one of these almost to the audience scenes, Tony, where they talk about Jim and Boyd says, Jade's got a theory, and Kenny goes, everyone's got a theory.
Yeah.
I thought that was another line. Like, everyone's got
I'm telling you, if anyone ever interviews any of these directors and writers, and you ask them, they're going to say that that's a direct shot at the fandom.
Everyone's
I guarantee that's why they did it. That's no doubt. I know people don't think that they matter that much, so they won't do it. Don't trust me. They do. It does matter, and that's why they do that, because they hear all these fucking theories. People pay attention more than you think they pay attention. You know what I mean? And they always are. They're always watching. They hear this stuff, and they laugh about a lot of this stuff or whatever behind the scene. But this is what it is, and they put that in there for a shot to the fan.
Totally, it's a shot, dude. It's like, oh, there's a shot. Oh, there's a shot.
I'll give you a perfect example. In Game of Thrones, when that happened, there was a lot of complaints when it was going on that there was too much female nudity. Like he kept complaining over and over again every year. Too much female nudity, too much female nudity. So you know what Dan and Dave did? They gave him some full frontal male nudity, but when they did it, they had a guy with a big wart on his shit. And they zoomed in on it close in the camera with his big wart on his dick so that everyone could see it because of all the people complaining about the female nude. And that's why, and that's what they did. And this is what these people do. I'm telling you, that's the way it goes. Don't ever think it's not that. It goes with it. That's the only reason why they put that in that fucking scene. It was because
dude, it was so perfect. But Boyd goes, no, there's something to this one. Yeah. And Marielle comes running in and goes to Kenny and Boyd, tells him about Acosta taking Christy in the ambulance. So we go off.
And why would she run? And the way she framed it was like she kidnapped her.
Totally. And it's no Christy.
Like she framed it like, oh, she put her in the ambulance and took her. Like that's not what happened.
Not even a little. Not even a little.
Took the ambulance. Christy jumped in and they're gone. That's what really happened. So when you look at her, and I love this lady as an actress and everything, the character, but she bold-faced lied about the whole situation that went down. She that did not happen that way. You know what I mean? And we seen it what happened. He's like, oh, Costa took the ambulance and took Chrissy with her. No, she didn't, motherfucker. Chrissy hobbled her ass up in there. She didn't ask for her to go up in there. She didn't ask for that to happen. So no, she went there bold-faced lied about the whole situation.
Yeah, she peg-leg Petered her way into that herself. Costa didn't get out of the ambulance and drag her one-leg ass in the
she didn't pull an Elgin in this shit and drag her down the steps and shit.
Nope. Not even a little bit. So they come out, and then we go to Sarah and Sophia. This is an interesting scene. Picking out the glasses. Sarah's already clocking her as Sophia looks at stuff and sees the trophy. And they chit-chat about dead people. Sarah awkwardly says that she doesn't have any family here anymore, and they talk about people dying as there's a weird moment with the glasses, and the man in yellow says, people who are trapped here. Oh, this is an interesting line that the man in yellow says here. People that are trapped here, their items will always still be here, so there's part of them that will always be here and never forgotten. I thought that was just an interesting line, especially attributed to the fact we see Jim later in the episode. She says that some part of the people that die here will always be here, essentially, is what the man in yellow says in this scene. So
it's a very good line. I like the line. It was very good. They did a good job on it and everything else, and all that. So I would say it really comes down. Why these people? What is this? What it really comes down to is what's going on inside there. So I think that in this cave of the lonely dragon that's up in this piece, that ballerina, everything in there. There may be other things in there, but all the things that we have seen in these dreams have been manifested into these situations in there out of these things. The ballerina is from there. That's why she's seen it. That's what she used to model the ballerina that came in the music box, was that ballerina and everything. It was all up in this piece and everything else like that. There's no doubt about it. What is Real in there right now? I don't know if Real will have a show. Is he in the chat right now? If he is in the chat, what's up to my brother Real and stuff? People are asking if Real have a show tonight. I don't know if they're asking that because he's in the chat and stuff. And that's what you goddamn right, Saggy Star. I got her back 100%. You know what I mean?
So Sophia and Sarah, they continue on to that, and the ballerina trophy, as Tony was talking about, and which I know a lot of people have a lot of theories with that, about that somehow is connected to what gave Boyd the information to be able to kill Smiley. So maybe there's some connection to some opposing force that has control with the ballerina trophy, and that's why the man in yellow didn't want to touch it. And so we'll get into that. I do think it's interesting, and this whole scene was there's a lot of stuff here to pick apart in this scene with Sarah.
Saying the ballerina is on the people's side. How was that?
That's what I was just saying. A lot. I've read that a lot with people that
I don't understand. The ballerina had worms coming out of its mouth, man.
The worms were what gave Boyd. But wait, the worms were what gave Boyd eventually the ability to be able to kill Smiley.
Yeah, but that's not what it was. The ballerina is what and is what in the music box is what allowed the whole nightmare stuff to open people up.
I don't agree. I'm just trying to argue their side.
And that is what allowed when it was taken back into town, and that's when all the shit hit the fan and all that stuff. The ballerina wasn't. It was just a ploy. You got to look at all the things that happened after each other. When those things came in there, it allowed the Smile Monster to be brought back to life, and everything else went down after.
Yeah, I've been seeing this a lot in the last 24 hours. It's true. The ballerina is on the good side.
The ballerina is not on the good side. I don't see that shit at all. I don't know what y'all thinking. The ballerina is nothing good.
Ballerina might be his greatest challenge. I've been seeing a lot of this in the last.
I don't see anything that has worms coming out of its mouth. It's good. And any movie that I've ever seen in my life, I go through them. That worms come out your mouth when they're trying to kiss you, and it's good for you. When has that ever been good for you? Like I don't know if that's been good for you. That wouldn't be good for me. You couldn't come after me and a worm come out your mouth and over say, "Come on, Tony Teflon, get in here." Get out of your mind.
Can't duck this. Is like, what the fuck? These people smoking? Christian Jeff. That's ballerina's nasty.
I don't know. I don't know.
And again, Tony, I wasn't selling that as my own thought. I'm just saying that I've seen a lot of that in the last 24 hours. So we go to Donna, who runs up the ambulance. So Donna, we get over to Donna, who hears the ambulance from the outside and is like, what the fuck? Runs up to Kenny and Marielle, and they tell her what's going on. And Christy is in the ambulance, and Donna's like, what the fuck's going on? Basically, that's the whole scene. They're all basically screaming what the fuck's going on as we see Ethan sneak out behind Donna, because Donna does not give a shit. Donna was so blasé about everything in this episode.
It was good that she was sweeping up the puzzles, like, oh, they're trying to find the pieces to the puzzles, and Donna and you see that it's Donna that sweeps the puzzle up, right? So everyone's trying to find the new pieces to the puzzle, and Donna is here sweeping the puzzle pieces up because she's not trying to find the piece because Donna's dirty.
Yeah, I'm with Can't Duck This on this, and Tony, she was sus tonight. She's a little sus. Sia Flower says, what do you guys think of my theory that Sophia reacted to the ballerina because the trinket belonged to the real Sophia? You think there's a real Sophia?
I think could be a real Sophia, yeah. That there was someone else in there and she just took the clothes of that person and is rocking.
Do you agree what do you think of what Sia Flower says here?
It may have belonged to the real Sophia. Maybe it did.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Yes, nonfiction. I am with you on this one. Donna gets the title for tonight's episode from the Escaping From podcast as the worst babysitter of the year award goes to Donna Raines. Donna Raines.
Yeah, what did you say? She was upstairs. He was upstairs. Oh, he was.
No, he was. Whole time, Tabitha. The whole time. Whatever.
Yeah, he was.
Key word in that exchange is was. Okay, so we was in the ambulance. Christy and Acosta. Acosta's like, listen, I never did the loop. She's like, I don't believe this all. And Christy says, listen, you're not going to get out of here, dude. You're not going to get out of this. All you're going to do is get people hurt. And she asks if this is about Elgin. She's like, no, I'm getting out of here right fucking now. As we cut over to Julian and Randall, as he's like, what are we going to do? Time travel or what? We got to take a breath. Is this all about your dad? And she's like, no. I did this once before and we need to do it again. I need to try to save my dad. Is this a little chance? I need to figure it out. And he agrees. So it makes sense. I think these two have chemistry and I think it's good that he's helping her out in this situation.
Yeah, I do too. I think it leads to all three of them eventually getting together and becoming the dream walkers.
I hope so. And Tony, thank you for saying that because that's a question I wanted to ask you. Julie can time travel or dream walk. Do you think Marielle and Randall have other powers?
I think something's got to happen. Maybe, when they're all three walking together, he was there and he felt weird when he was there, right? When he walked by, he was like, he had to get out of there the first time. He didn't want to be around it. So I think, somehow he may have something, they both may have something going on there.
And you're right, Doc Kaiju. The dishes are done, dude. Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. Funny as ass movie. I love Christina Applegate. Lots of love to Christina Applegate.
What's going on with you up in the chat? What up?
Welcome to the fun. Keep going. If anyone wants
320 people up in here, make sure you hit that thumbs up for your boy. Don Tony Teflon for the Issues Guy, Escaping From podcast, #1 show for the fans, by the fans.
Do it. Okay, so we go off to where are we? Okay, so yeah, time travel. Off to Tabitha saying goodbye to Jimbo. She loved him. He was her everything. Now that he's gone, she can tell him that. He says,
Yeah, you say, you're my person. My person. That's a common line too. I hear a lot of people now. It's like a common thing that people say when they're with somebody that's their person. You know what I mean? So it's a very common line.
Tony,
right
my
now. It's
dog,
not a date line.
Tony, my dog's my person.
There you
So
go. I would like to be somebody's person. I've never been
Tony,
nobody's person.
Tony,
Listen to my own thing.
I know I'm not the right side to be your person, but I'll be your person. I'm your person.
Well, I appreciate you, Phil. I'd be your person too.
Thank you. You're one of my people. You're one of my people.
Yeah,
you're
what
You're one of my people. I love you, buddy. Okay, so we I don't want to make it awkward, but I love you. Okay, so we go off to somewhere. Julian Randall. Oh no, okay, I'm blushing because I'm being too sweet. Let me be an asshole. Fuck you, you're an asshole. But Acosta sucks. Okay, so we're saying goodbye to Jimbo. She loved him. She keeps him safe. She's like, I'll take good care of the kids. Don't you worry about the kids. Even though coincidentally she doesn't know where both her kids are. Julie's in the woods about to die time traveling, and Ethan ran away and on the side of the road about to get hit by a car by Acosta. But she's the best mother in the fucking world, Tabitha.
100%. I just thought of the commercial back in the day when I was little. It's 8 p.m. Do you know where your kids are?
You know where your kids are? I had a comedian talking about that. I forget who the comedian was. That was because the parent they had to like remind parents that like their kids.
That's how bad it was. That's how bad it was when we grew up, bro. That they had to remind parents
that
they had to give a fuck about where their kids were when I was growing up.
I don't know why.
That's what it was. Was it 10 p.m.? It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your kids are?
I don't know why this made me think about it, but we haven't seen Bacta yet, have we?
No, we have not seen Bacta yet.
Which is weird to me.
Bacta has not been out there yet.
We haven't even seen her like once, not even passing in like the back of a shot or something.
Was that a commercial? Yeah, it was a commercial.
It was a commercial. It would come on at 10 o'clock. Like, oh, parents, by the way, if your kids aren't home, go find them.
PM. Do you know where your kids are?
Do you remember you had fucking kids?
That's because that all parents are those 70s parents. And those 70 parents was crazy.
Yeah, and we grew up like our parents were not your parents, but I can say for my parents during that 80s stretch, they were definitely into the 80s favorite vitamin. So they were up doing their own fucking thing every night.
70s and 80s was crazy for them. It's crazy to be an adult.
It's the era of Ludes and Coke being like at the same thing as like vitamin water. Basically, like people are treating Ludes and Coke like vitamin water. You know, it's just part of the. Even there's a funny line, and I don't go too off topic, but it's a funny line in the Michael Jordan documentary on Netflix when he comes in, he's like, yeah, when I came into play, they called them like the cocaine bulls or something like that, and Jordan's like, he laughs like, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, no, it was. I remember when in this Hulkamania thing, Real American on Netflix called. That's all Hulk Hogan talk with him and his wife. They're talking. You know, his wife is like, yo, we got together. He got famous, so we did this all night long. Coke this, drink this, drink this, blah blah blah. He said we was just running. We just was running. He got famous. He got rich, and we just ran. And it was on, and that was it.
Everyone wanted to be freaking Scarface, Tony. So we go off. So Jimbo says goodbye. Great parenting, Tabitha. So Boyd is standing in the road. They didn't make this close enough to cause any drama, but Boyd stands in the road, tries to get Acosta to stop. And they made it seem like for a second, like she might hit him, but he gets out of the way, like with more than enough time. It's like, it's not even like a,
no, it's not even close. It's not
even close second. But Acosta is like, fuck him. So Acosta in the car is like, there's got to be a way out. You guys do nothing and know nothing. I know better. I'm better. I'm going to do something.
But he's 100% right that these people are just sitting there. They're eating waffles every morning on pancakes and shit. And they're just going through the business instead of actually trying to find a way out. When you wake up in the morning to when you go to bed, if you were in there, your job should be figure a way out of this fucker. Yeah. It should not just be wake up, we'll do this and do the chores and tend to the pigs and slap the goats and do all this shit. It should be 100% to get out of here. Unless these people don't have a life worth living outside of here and they're living better in here. And that's why they want to stay up in there. But when it's all said and done, she is 100% right. They should be full-time, all the time, trying to figure a way out of there.
And C5. I actually love when Acosta was like, "Oh, he's fine." The way she said it. No, she was locked in her performance in this episode. Boyd tells Kenny to get out the strip as Acosta keeps going faster and faster. She's gonna get out of here now. As we cut over again in the middle of the action to a Henry and Victor scene. Henry looks for Victor in the barn. Victor's freaking out about this. I love Scott as an actor. I like the actor who plays Henry. This was my least favorite scene in the episode. Henry's looking for Victor in the barn. Victor is freaking out about Jim in the note, and Dad says, "Dad, you never should have come here. You never should have come here." Henry says, tells him, "Go see Ethan. He's your friend. He needs you."
I don't need this. Yeah, I agree. There's no need for that.
Tony, they start playing cheesy
music. Didn't need to be shot. Like, I don't need to see Victor. I don't need you to say, "Go see Ethan. He's your friend," and all that. You could take that really fast. You know what I mean? You could do that scene in his bedroom, just sitting there, and Ethan and him not feeling good. He didn't have to be in the barn at the time and everything. I would obviously him and Ethan. What's going on? The Doug Hugh, the man in yellow.
You see the man in yellow in the live chat.
Came up in here. I just think that I understand what they're setting up, and they're setting up Ethan and him when they go out and find the man in yellow suit that we've seen in the trailer. Right, so it's got to be. Ethan said when he we'll talk about that in the end, but
yeah,
it all has to go.
It was just a little off theme, a little bit of the episode. He says, "None of us should have come here, but I'll take every day with you." And we get a little bit of cheesy music and a hug. It's a beautiful little scene. So we get Julian Randle, and this is where we get into some business, Tony. He says, "So what? So you walk inside and then what?" She says, "I find my dad." But she tells him to go in first. She had to make sure it won't happen to him so he can rescue her. We already analyzed this earlier about like what would have happened if it actually did affect Randall. Would she have just dragged him out with a stick or something? But we don't have to think about that. But if it did, and Julie says if it looks bad, to give her some time to promise. And Julie heads in. First it's dark. Then she's walking at night. She hears screams, and we see the nightmare creatures heading towards the camper from episode 2. Season 2, episode 9. She yells, "Dad!" Jim hears her like Ned Stark hearing Bran.
Yeah, it was more like a whisper in the wind, it seemed like.
Exactly, like a whisper in the wind. We see Boyd and Donna and Jim heading out shooting and running out as the nurse creature attacks Julie. No one's here to help you, as grabs her in her face and starts ripping at her. Randall does eventually pull her out. Is some of her hair ripped? Is that why she got a haircut?
Yeah, maybe. Like I messed up. I thought that this would be where she got the scars on her face. She did not get the scars on her face. Then I thought that maybe she would follow Randall because he runs off and the monsters follow him. But she just basically just stands there, sees her father, and knowing that the monsters are right there, she just screams his name. Like, why? Like, it didn't make any sense to do that. Or maybe, you because you're trying to, they showed her trying to be quiet and sneak around. So she understands the monster there in Persinia. As soon as she sees her dad, she just screams his name. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just try to get closer to him and then do something? You know what I mean? Or something. It just made no sense why she would do that, and she got what she got for it.
Yeah, she drew a lot of attention to herself, and I don't know if it looked a little bit as Randall pulls her out and hugs her. It looked like maybe her hair was ripped a little bit. In the next episode, she'll get a haircut, possibly. But we shall see about that. Maybe I'm making things up. Tabitha finally is looking for her kid, comes to find Ethan and goes upstairs. We talked about the scene a second ago. And Donna is like, "Oh, Mama, he was upstairs the whole time." Very, very suspect. Yeah, as she goes off looking for him.
She's a terrible babysitter. You can never, she can't be babysitting.
We get to Boyd, Kenny, and Marielle putting the strip down. Kenny tells Marielle Christy will be fine. And then we get into the car.
Again, and then you got Marielle like so concerned for Christy. Christy jumped in on her own.
Yeah, Christy knows what she's doing. This is where we get a little bit more into Acosta's whole mindset. She's like, "My aunt used to say hell is for people that think that they should be there." Acosta's like, "I'm a good person. I don't deserve to be here." Christy says, "None of us deserve to be here." And she says, "I don't know that. Maybe you guys don't try hard because you think you all deserve to be here." Christy says,
that's 100%. She don't know, like, none of us deserve. And she's right. I don't know you motherfuckers. I don't know what you deserve or what you did or anything else like that. She's 100% right to feel that way.
And Christy's 100% right here as she educates her. We don't try hard because every time we do, someone fucking dies. And Christy's fucked up because of it. And she says, then she's talking to you, Tony. This is right at you. You know how many theories I've heard? You know what they all have in common? They're all dead.
Yeah.
There's no way out of here, Tony Teflon.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no doubt that I believe that they put that in there for all the theory crafters in the fandom, that line was directly put there directly towards us. No doubt about it. You know what I mean?
But your girl says, there is a way out and I'm going to find it. But this is the point where Costa loses me in the episode, Tony. They see Ethan on the side of the road and she's like, nah, he's good. I'm gonna keep going. And Christy's like, dude, he just lost his dad. It's a little kid in the middle of the woods. And she's like, nah, he's good. But I will applaud the show for not hitting him because I thought that's where they were going at first.
All right, so let's see.
Like, how can you react like this one, Tony?
I could defend a lot of things on her. You know, I could defend a lot of things, but honestly, I can't defend that. I can't defend it.
She should have stopped her.
I mean, she could have stopped and picked the boy up, but at least stop and say, "You okay?" You could have stopped and say, "Hey, everything good with you?" And he goes, "Yeah," boom, this pull right away.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
She should have at least checked on him.
I can't defend that. She should have at least just did that. There was no one else there to stop her or anything else. She could have just said, "Hey, you good?" Blah blah, and then that would have been it. So I don't give it a pass on that. Now, you know, listen, she on a mission, she doing a mission and stuff. If you're a police officer, let me explain something to you, Phil. All right? Let me explain something to you. If you're a police officer, right, and you're chasing a murder suspect, and there's a lady outside with a cat in the tree, you can't stop. You got to keep going.
If you're Superman, you can't save every cat in the tree.
I'm just saying you can't do it. Like if there's a murderer and you're chasing the murderer in your car, and all of a sudden there's a little old lady with a cat in the tree, you can't stop and save that cat. You got to keep doing your business.
Tony,
and I would say that's what she's doing right there. She's just handling her business, and she's still saying she's staying focused on the task.
I'm on your side. I'm on your side, but your cope is weak on that one.
Oh, that's the best I can come up with.
You're doing good though. You're doing good.
That's best I can come up with it. That's the best I can come up with.
I appreciate that. If I'm going to jail, I want you in my defense team. So they say Ethan, he'll be okay. So what the fuck's wrong? So she keeps going and. Okay, so Boyd gets the strip out. Boyd, she's about to pull around it, but Christy kind of leans them back into it. Boyd gets her out of the car, gets in her face, puts her up against the car, says, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Puts the cuffs on her. "You're driving like a fucking crazy person." I love Harold. "Answer me, damn it." He's intense. And Christy checks him, is like, "Boyd, calm the fuck down." But then she mentions Ethan. And then just to end this episode off, Ethan finds the RV, takes the CB radio and the antenna. He heads outside to there is dead Jim or some Jim. Tony, I know you watched some of it, but not all of it. This scene was so lost like. Like sometimes this show is lost like. This scene was lost like. Dead Jim hugs him and says, "It's a broken radio. It's a broken radio, Ethan." And Ethan's like, well, I'm going to send poor Ethan. He's going to send a message to the real Thomas. Oh, Ethan. Ethan needs some help. Jim gives Ethan a pep talk.
I think that they're bringing up Thomas. It's not a mistake that they bring up Thomas. Something's going on with Thomas.
It is. They keep bringing up Thomas and they keep bringing up Eloise.
Too much. You can't just keep bringing them up and then not play out. And again, when Ethan said if we save Thomas, maybe we get to go home. Again, I believe it's a parallel universe. Something's going on. Maybe Thomas is alive in the other parallel universe and he was being held. And that's what they have to say when it's all said.
Do you know why it's an awesome live stream? Because we're lucky enough to have all of you guys, 300 plus people in both streams. We're lucky. You guys make the fun. So thank you so much.
100%.
We have a great time, but you guys make the fun. So the end of our episode is Ethan gets a pep talk. Your mom and sister need you.
Look at the one line that's on Doug right here. Look at this.
If the kid wasn't hit. Yes, exactly. If the kid wasn't hit, you must quit.
Yeah.
I want Doug on that defense team too, Tony. You and Doug. You and Doug working together will get me off.
I'll play the role of Johnny.
I will love it. I will love it. I'm looking forward to committing a crime to get you guys on my defense. What the fuck am I saying? Okay, so he's being he tells him as Tony pointed out in his video, and make sure you watch Tony's breakdown. He's looking at the tree lines the whole time, make sure no one was coming. I don't know if he's looking out for
100%.
Tabitha or something else, but he says, Ethan, I need you to do something. Remember the first night you were here, you had that dream of the Lake of Tears? That's right. Do you know why? It's here. I need you to find it. Why can't we find it together? He asks as Tabitha walks up. There's another line. When Jim is looking off during that scene, Tony, Ethan asks him, Dad, what's happening? Like he can almost feel something happening in that moment too. So then Tabitha comes up, finally finds Ethan, and he says, I saw Dad. And she's like, whatever. Tony, I know you're a cynic. I'm a cynic too. But if you've been in this place, the night before you just had Amityville Horror in your kitchen, are you going to really just poo-poo your son saying you just saw your dead husband?
No, I believe anything that anybody says.
Seriously,
I've seen too much, a lot of stuff to not believe anything that people are saying. If I I would believe her. That would have been now. I know she wanted to hug him right there and everything else, but I would have believed her. It goes two ways. Let's break down both ways and stuff, how that goes. If it's an evil Jim, then that evil Jim is trying to lead him to the Lake of Tears, where I would believe if it's called the Lake of Tears, then the children must be buried underneath there. You know, like maybe they disposed of all the children's bodies after the sacrifice. They threw them in that water. And that's why it's called the Lake of Tears, right? So they're trying to put him in there so he could be added to the collection of the dead children. Ethan is special that way. We've seen that there's no other kids in there but Ethan, that he has to be donated to the Lake of Tears himself. And that's why he's setting him up to go up there and find it so he could be actually killed and taken out. That's the evil way. The non-evil way is that the kids are still buried inside that Lake of Tears. And somehow, if you get these bodies out and bring them somewhere or put them in the lighthouse or something that would happen, you got to give them a burial. Who knows? Something has to happen because the lake may not have been a lake when they were buried. It could have just been dry land, and all of a sudden it formed into a lake. You know what I mean? And then they call it the Lake of Tears because the kids are underneath it. So it's one or the other. Things going down with that whole situation.
By the way, we're going to start putting this symbol up. I'll put a phone lines are officially back open if anyone wants to call in. 781-990-8509. We have a couple of voicemails that we can listen to while we're waiting. This was the first one from KP, who's probably just yelling at me for not answering the phone on him. But let's listen to this one first.
Bill, just KP here. Listen, why not answer your phone?
Okay, we got an actual voicemail. Here we go. This is from area code 905.
Hi, Phil. I just wanted to call.
Oh no, that's the call from the my other caller. Okay, so now is the phone lines are open, Tony. 781.
Phyllis is coming on next, Phil. Next one, Phyllis. And all that. Yeah, give us a call, 781-990-8509. Let us know what you liked, what you loved, what you hated about the episode. We want to hear from you. Any theories? We will be going full theory stream, and I will break down. I have the whole thing of what Jade wrote down on the cardboard, and I have it all written down and everything else. I'll go through all that in the theory stream and where it breaks down and everything else and what it means and all that. So we'll do that then. This is just your first reactions for everything in this place. That's what we're really trying to deal with and all that good stuff.
Yeah, tonight's about having fun, reacting to the episode, breaking it down. We'll explore any theory, but Tuesday nights are for Tony breaking them down and getting deeper in your theories and his theories of these episodes. And then Saturday nights are just the foreplay.
Yeah. So what's the ranking you give this episode, scale of 1 to 10? What are we giving this?
What did we give? I gave last week a 9.
I think it was 9. I think we did both 9s all around.
I would give this episode like a 7.5. 7.5.
Yeah, I would say 7. It's a 7 episode. It's not that the episode was bad; it was good. It's just that it's a building episode.
Yeah,
I give it 7.
it's setting for what I think next episode and the episode after are going to be huge episodes. Area code 347. Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where you calling from? And what kind of business do you have with us tonight?
Hey, my name is Mo. I'm calling from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn
in the house.
That's
Anyway,
right.
I was calling because I found it like the symbolism when Boy was washing his hands, and then you see him look up into the mirror. It just kind of reminded me of Jasmine that time she came into Colony House,
Yeah.
and she also like, I didn't ask to be this way, so maybe Boy might turn into a monster because he didn't actually be this way either.
Right,
Oh,
it's the same mirror. They showed this mirror 3 times in the show so far. So the first time was Jasmine wiping the blood off her. The next time was Fatima wiping the blood off her mouth. And this last time was Boyd going through it. No blood on Boyd, blood on the first 2. But the first 2 people, obviously, there was something wrong with the monster that was in there. There was a monster inside of Tabitha in there. And I think maybe they're just trying to say that Boyd is not turning into a monster, but his actions is that of a monster.
It's monstrous.
I
yeah.
mean, when he goes and threatens Elgin and says you're going to blame a murder on him and things like that. So I would take it more of that. That's the way I look at it. But, I'm just a Don.
All right, guys. Good night.
Oh, thank you for your awesome call. We hope you call back soon. Appreciate it.
Come on, Jack. Make it 667. You don't got to go with that right there.
That's what that was Doug's score for it. 6767.
Yeah, let's go with that or something like that. But yeah, I think that's what they mean by the mirror. I don't think he's turning into a monster. I don't think they're gonna go that route. I just don't think it works. I just don't see how that works. When I look at shows and I look at everything that they do, I got to look at how does it advance the plot of the show. And Boyd turning into a monster doesn't really advance the plot of the show. Boyd's character is the guy who's supposed to steer everybody out of this place. Him turning into a monster that blows up that whole thing that they set up for all these years. So it just wouldn't make any sense to do that.
He has the hero's journey. He might go down. He might have some trouble along the way. But I think ultimately he's going to end up in a good place. He's our hero. And I think he'll always be our hero. Area code 904. Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's going on?
Hey guys, it's Smokey P calling.
Hey,
from,
Smokey,
Duval.
welcome, buddy.
From where? What did he say he was calling from?
What's going on, guys? Duval.
Duval. All right, let's go.
Hey, so if Sophia is someone from back in the past, is it possible that Julie might story walk and see her at a previous time and kind of put it together?
100%. That could definitely happen. That would be a good way for it to happen. But I do believe she is someone from the past, and I think that is a easy way for them to piece it together if they wanted to piece it together that way. That Julie goes back, she sees it, and she sees her back then, and she realizes who she is, or she would have, that would be the way I would say that's the easiest way to do it.
All right. I like it. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you, my friend. We hope you call back in all season.
Will do. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Great calls tonight, as always. But especially tonight, we're having some excellent calls tonight. You guys are doing great, and keep calling in 781-990-8509. We still have over 300 people watching right now, and we very much appreciate it. We get the man in yellow himself. He came out of his other form to jump in our live chat tonight and haunt all of you people. So it's good to have.
Come out here and rock with y'all, rock with the Don Tony Teflon Philly Issues got Escaping From podcast, #1 show for the fans by the fan. We have over 330 people up in the building. Let's go.
Area code 347 and welcome 347. What's up?
Podcast, #1 show for the fans by.
Well, 347. We promise we'll take you again in a second, or maybe that was an accidental call. Either way, feel free to call back in. What I want to say about the turning into the monster thing. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's more about the internal struggle within him.
Yeah.
Fatima, who we didn't see tonight, is a different story. She actually looked like she changed in that shower. Area code 347. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going? It's Andrew calling from Queens, New York. What's up, guys?
Queens, my hometown.
You know what it is.
In the building, baby. Let's go.
The first one I was
A lot of
I
New
felt
York
like
callers.
the reveal of the Lake of Tears at the end of the episode was a little too on the nose for me, and I hope they don't get in the habit of just giving information like that to the audience. It was a little bit too much like, oh, and also here is this information that you guys need to know before we move the story forward.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
wondering what you guys think about stuff like that wrapped into the show. I also didn't catch the top of the show, so I don't know if you covered this already, but what do you guys think about it was very on the nose as well, showing us the ballerina and bringing back the music box and the ballet woman that Boyd meets. Just curious to get your guys' thoughts on that as well. But yeah, love the show and appreciate you taking the call.
Thank you, buddy.
Know that. I would say that, it is on the nose. It is leading you like, hey, you got to go. You need to go to the Lake of Tears. Remember you said that the first episode?
Yeah, remember episode 1, and remember we told you to watch episode 1 because all the answers are in episode 1.
Yeah, they definitely put that out there like that, and that's the way it was. It was very heavy-handed the way it was fed to you, But again, people don't pay attention, and maybe they're figuring they don't want people to think this is out of nowhere. So in case of people who are not paying attention, they're saying this and bringing it up. I think it's more of a situation like that. But 100% was heavy-handed.
And the other one too as well. I agree. Area code 917. Welcome to the show.
Hey, it's a Trucker Pool.
Hey,
I got a
welcome.
question. I got two
Where you
questions.
from? Where you calling from?
I have a truck driver everywhere.
Oh, it's our truck driver. Welcome to the
Yeah,
show.
all right. Keep trucking.
Yes. Did y'all catch Donna's face when she walked in that barn? She looked like she was fucked. When she read that on that wall, her facial expression to me looked like I'm fucked.
I'm telling you, I'll say it from the beginning. I'll say it now. The man in yellow is there to kill Donna. Donna's over because she's getting got.
What did y'all get out of Sophia's face when Sarah said that I don't have any family here? You see how she looked at Sarah?
Mm-hmm.
Did I peep that? It looked like she was gonna do something bad to Sarah.
Well, she looked like she knew Sarah was lying. You know what I mean?
Okay.
She knew Sarah's lying. I know your story. I know your story. You know everything. You know everything. Laura Baker says this is the best call ever. Best call ever.
All right. Well, that was my only two questions. I appreciate that because I caught that. I was like, oh my God, look at Donna's face.
Yeah. Oh, dude, she had that shady ass like someone like you just called her bluff and she's like, oh, or she smelled some bad lunch or some shit. Like she just smelled some bad tuna fish sandwich or some shit. She's like, oh, that smells weird. She had this weird look on her bad lunch face. I call it. She had a bad lunch face.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I enjoy watching y'all. Keep up the great work.
I love you too as well. Sea Flowers. I love the Donna too. I'm just saying she had bad lunch face.
Yeah, I love Donna. I love Donna. I love Liz, the actress who plays, but I'm saying she's dirty. She's dirty in this. I'm telling you, she's
Donna's
dirty.
one of the best characters, if not the best character, besides Boyd. She's amazing, incredible. She had bad lunch face tonight. She seemed a little like she was like I don't know, suspect, a little Donna suspect.
Yeah, you know that's just the way I feel with it.
Keep the super chats coming, and Tony will keep getting more buzzed.
That's it. What people say, "Dirty Donna." Ow! Yeah, listen, Michael Jackson movie came out this week. You should be singing Michael Jackson movie right now. Come on! And all that. What's your Michael Jackson moment in your life? When did you first discover Michael Jackson? Real quick, Phil.
Gosh. I mean, I clearly remember watching like the like Jackson 5 stuff when I was a kid. Probably Jackson 5 stuff. Like
yeah, I remember the cartoon, the Jackson 5
cartoon. I was just gonna say it's probably the Jackson 5 cartoon, or like getting Thriller, like having the record. Like I remember buying the record of Thriller.
Yeah, I remember. I had that. My dad had it, and I went out and bought it myself. I remember I had the tape. He had the record, and all that. What I have that.
I would say I was probably the cartoon.
Yeah, and then I went out and auditioned for the Tap Dance Kid. I tried to be the Tap Dance Kid, and I auditioned for that and everything. And I lost out to Roberto Alfonso and stuff when I did that. But I don't know what play. I think I was I was close. I was at least top 10. I don't have to ask with my mom about it, but I was at least top 10 when that happened and stuff. When I went out there to be the tap dance kid. So, but I tried. That's right. The Wiz, yeah, I love the Wiz. The Wiz is still, the Wiz is the Wiz. Love the Wiz.
Captain Neo, Moonwalker video game, like all that stuff. Earl Michael. Michael is just amazing. If you're a kid like Tony and I's age, growing up with the whole MTV thing too, Michael was like everything about MTV. He's one of the founding things with him, like Cyndi Lauper.
MTV.
Yeah, him, Cyndi Lauper, Bruce Springsteen, like those people were sort of like the founding like things of that.
He was the first black person on MTV. They wouldn't even do anything like that. Jen Hack says Weird Al was my introduction to Michael Jackson.
That's amazing.
Right, I take a little shot for that.
Weird Al and Michael loved each other. They had a great.
I hated that. So I tell you, I was so upset when he did that.
Which one? Fat or
the Eat It was the first one, and I just hated it because I thought he was making fun of Michael Jackson when I was a kid, and I was such a fan that I just hated Weird Al because of it.
No, I hear you. Like a lot of people did. It was with Weird Al was like it took a while for people to kind of get it. Michael loved it. He would send Weird Al songs. Weird Al, like I got songs for you. But people don't know that voice was all bullshit. Like there are a couple of funny stories about like
Michael Jackson's voice deeper than mine.
Wasn't like Tupac dating it.
Mine is very deep or anything, but no, his voice deeper than mine.
And he like threatened Tupac with like a deep voice once because he was like dating like his girl, like his nephew. Quincy
it was a funny story. I think when Magic Johnson said he went to Michael Jackson's house when they were shooting the Remember the Time video, and he was sitting in Michael Jackson's house, and he's like, "Oh my God, Michael Jackson." We'll stop talking. We'll get back to From Sorry. He's like, "Oh my God, Michael Jackson's here. I'm in Michael Jackson's house, and this is Magic Johnson. He's feeling this way. You know, if Magic Johnson feel that way, that means you somebody, right?" And Magic Johnson's like, "I can't believe it." Michael Jackson's hat. So Michael Jackson says, "Oh, do you want something to eat?" You know, and he's like, "Yeah, blah blah blah." And he said he goes and he gets his chef, and the chef prepares this like 10-course meal for him. And then all of a sudden, Michael Jackson comes out and he sits down at the table, and they bring him a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken. And then Magic Johnson looked at him. He looked at Michael and said, "Michael, you eat Kentucky Fried Chicken?" He said, Michael said, "Yup," and took a bite out of the drumstick. So that's who he was. You know, he had his guests eating all these fancy meals. He was over here drinking motherfucking, eating Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Drinking Jesus juice. And but I heard he has a very deep voice. Like he was Tupac was dating Quincy Jones's daughter, and he like threatened Tupac and got into a fight with him because he was mistreating her or some shit like that at a party. He's like, "Hey, I'm Michael Jackson, I'll kill you." You know, I was like, at a deep voice. We got the wonderful Fatima, excuse me. I keep wanting to call you the name of the damn character. I'm such an asshole. Fatima on the line. Welcome, Fatima.
It's okay, Phil. Hi guys.
Hey.
I just want to say these last 2 episodes, I do feel like they like kind of coming out strong. Season 4 seems to be going to be like on a good road to us getting a lot of answers. I still feel like Elgin, I don't know why they're keeping Elgin in Colony House. I feel like Elgin should be moved to the church or in the house with Sarah, like, so she can watch him. Like, you literally cannot live under the same roof as Fatima. I'm not feeling it. Also, he's been wearing the same outfit since he got off the bus. It's now bloody. I hope he changed his clothes. I cannot stand that he has been wearing that same outfit for 4 seasons now, or 3 because he came in season 2. But and then Acosta, I don't know why people are like on her as far as she had to go around. They always let the new people circle the town several times. They didn't know she was coming. They came at night, and she had to go around and figure out that there was no way out. That's literally what they let people do when they come into town, so that they understand you're trapped. Because if they don't really understand that they're trapped, yeah, there's monsters, you can't go out at night. She's seen that, but she didn't understand that she's trapped there. Now she knows. You know?
I agree.
She's gotten there. It's just been nonstop insanity. It's like, since she's gotten there, One, the people that she was on the ambulance with ripped to shreds. Then she shot in someone and they died. Then you have Sarah 14 people. She found out that Sarah already killed someone till he died. She's like, what the hell is going on here? I wouldn't be chilling either. I'd be like, I gotta get the hell away from these crazy people. So I don't blame her for like, listen, I gotta go. So I just wanted to say that I have been enjoying the new season. I can't wait for the rest of it, and I think we're gonna get some answers this season. But that's all I got.
Me too.
So
Great
much.
call as always. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the super chat. Brand D Love said, I think Donna survived the first time at making a bargain, and maybe in return she keeps everyone calm and subdued. She's definitely I think she's just been down. And then we got AW saying, well, that's actually a good point. I made the same point 10 minutes ago when you told me I was crazy.
No. Fatima makes an excellent points. Tony, we did get asked an important question. We did this last week. Let's try to do this every week if we can remember. Peter Griffin, hold us to it. Who's our MVP and LVP of this episode? Most valuable player, least valuable player?
Least valuable player of the episode is Victor and his father.
Yes, useless.
Didn't need to see that scene. That scene was irrelevant to me. I did not need to see that. I'm going to give the MVP. This is tough. It's either between Tabitha or Ethan. And I'm going to go Tabitha. Ethan played a great role, but Tabitha on both accounts, the loss of Jim and then the madness at Jade was so believable. Like that it should have been you. Like I've heard people say that to people after people had passed away. So I know what that sounds like when someone says that in that anger and in that sadness and anger. Like, because when you say that to somebody, it's not that you're angry at the person is gone, but you're also sad. So it's two emotions you have to trigger at that time that's going through that person when they say that line. It's not saying it out of anger, it's saying this out of sadness. The other person is gone. And I've actually witnessed it in my face, somebody say that to someone when someone passed away and stuff. So I understand it. And I've seen it. And she was able to trigger that very well in everything, from facial expressions to tone to mannerism. So I know that. I know that, and so I say 100%. I gotta give the MVP to her.
A baby girl says MVP is to Acosta. I hate her twice as much. Henry and Victor is a great pick for you for LVP. I'm not sure if I can pick a better one than that. For MVP, I'm gonna go with, in this particular episode, the man in yellow for torturing Kenny. And doing it slickly and quickly, and with a combo, her and Sarah, for being the one person that sort of clocks. Lowest common denominator in this situation, least valuable player, I will go with Donna for just kind of being useless and just walking around and losing Ethan and being
lost Ethan.
I lost Ethan. I hate to be hard on Donna. Everyone loves Donna. I love Liz. I love Donna. But she fucking lost Ethan, dude.
Yeah, no, I think that you pick good people and they're both justifiable. In the case, Donna is definitely justifiable that she lost him. I mean, I just didn't think, I would just say that we have seen two scenes with Victor and his father. And both scenes need not to exist.
Totally. I'm with you.
I'm being honest. I'm just saying both. I didn't need him see him moving the bed into the bedroom. I didn't need to see that. That's the only scene we got last episode. There was no need to, and that just interrupted everything. I didn't need to see that. And I didn't need to see him sitting there saying, we could do this together, son. Together.
Beautiful music playing.
Like the thing that made, and I'm going to explain, the thing that made the whole Victor thing emotional when his dad came back and Eloise and all that, is that it wasn't overdrawn, right? It was done. That's the first time we had seen something like that. And that's what made it. And I think they're wrestling on the lawyers and trying to bring back the one trick pony over again. And it is only good the first time you did it. Now we're seeing it every episode with them doing this. And every time we see him, it's an emotional breakdown. Done with that. Like, I got it the one time. I don't need to see it anymore. So I think that them bringing it back, you brought it back to. So I mean, Vince McMahon used to say, talking about wrestling, when it was back in the day with the female wrestlers, he would say he'd only bring them to certain shows because if you've seen them too much, you got used to them. So he brought them out as like not a spectacle, but it was, it was a rarity when you seen them. So that's why he brought them out back in the day like that. And that's what it was. And I think that's what we're dealing with, a situation like that. We're dealing with Victor and his emotional breakdowns. Like I'm only good for one a season of emotional breakdowns. I don't want to see it every episode. All of a sudden, he's got to get comforted by his dad and all that stuff. I don't need to see that. Like it's just not good for me. So
yeah, it was a bit too much with back-to-back episodes with unnecessary. They could have combined both those into one scene in one episode and led us into the fact that he needs to go see Ethan. I just, it was a little bit more off-putting in the past episode. And this is nothing against the actors or the material in the scene. That being said, tonight's scene was bordering on cheesy with the background music was a little heavy-handed, but I do like that it's going to eventually get Victor and Ethan working together. I do fear for Henry's life. He's a bit too good for this place.
Well, the map is in his room. When he seen the map, Ethan, when he was in the thing, he said, I seen a lake of tears. It was like a picture on the wall. So the Lake of Tears is drawn on in Victor's room. So he just has to go into the room and say, this is the Lake of Tears. Where is this? Yep. And if he says it's the Brundles, then that's it. Because there's a couple of bodies of water on the big map.
I don't think it's the Brundles. I think it's another area. We got KP calling in. KP, welcome to
Jen Hack. Thank you for becoming a member. Really appreciate it, babe.
Thank you for our awesome.
Fellas, good night. Good night. What's going on?
What's going on? Our good morning, KP.
I'm just driving through the city right now, listening to you guys, watching you guys in the radio, watching you guys on my screen thingy on the car. And
be careful.
I saw the episode. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. I just
KP, we're losing you a little bit with connection. So if I hang up on you, it's not because we don't want to talk to you.
Let me fix that. Are you hearing me better now?
Yep, better.
It was the air conditioning. I took the air conditioning on.
Yes, sweat, motherfucker. It'll be better for the show.
You motherfucker with your air conditioning,
asshole. Fuck
motherfuck you.
It's not. Sorry, guys. It's 85.
I had fucking snow and frost on my windshield last week.
You hear that? Like his air conditioning. It's 85 degrees and beautiful in paradise.
Last week.
Sorry, KP.
It is 85 and beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You live in fucking paradise, buddy.
You guys can visit anytime you want.
I love you. I'll take you up on that.
Scene, after the daughter went into the the question I'm asking is
KP, sorry, buddy. I know you're listening.
Breaking up too much, brother. You can look back at the thing. We would never do that to you, but we just can't make out what you're saying.
Yeah, we can't. Like, we can only before we'll start making fun of you indirectly right there. That's the only way we can make that interesting, and we don't want to do that to you, KP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hopefully. He's going. Yeah, people like KP, Carla. KP's going through a faraway tree.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Carla, for pointing that out. We're not playing with you. I didn't play any Jeopardy theme there, KP. That wasn't being a dick.
And everyone's still looking for payment. There's no payment coming. I told you get your payment as soon.
Okay, KP's trying one more time. KP, we'll try one more time. Your phone was definitely breaking up pretty bad.
I think I'm better situated now. How is it?
It's better for now.
So the quick question is,
do it.
What's the deal with Jim? Was that a vision? Was it a hallucination, or was it another dimension that kid eventually entered into.
Another dimension.
That's my question. I love the episode, was fantastic. That part of it confused me a little bit. And what do we think episode 3 is going to have in store for us?
Well, we can look at the synopsis and we can figure out. They got the synopsis out for episode 3. We'd have to look at the synopsis to see exactly what's going on in the synopsis. Do you have the synopsis from Rotten Tomatoes? I mean, I could find it
somewhere. Like we looked at it before, but I'm trying. Let me see if I can find it.
For episode,
Is this the one that was like Jaden Boyd set off on a mission? We still haven't got the funeral too.
Yeah, it has to be the funeral episode next one. It would have to be that, no doubt about it.
Baby girl is episode 3 should probably have the funeral and the crows. Yeah, that's what we should be getting in episode 3. I assume it will be the start, but a start of a mission or start of more people. We might see a mission go get some food at some point. So my question, this is just completely side question.
Right. So it says, all right, let's see right here.
Did they just lie about Tilly? Are they just covering that up?
Why is this got the hand and not turning into the, why has it got the grab hand on it? From what I can see, it says, it's got the grab hand, so I can't open it up. It says Boyd tries to save Acosta from, I would think that's herself. Julie digs deeper into her newfound power.
Okay. So we get a more of a Julie episode probably.
Yeah, so we got back-to-back Acosta situations going on there, right? So it's 2 things dealing with Acosta from one episode to the next episode. I save her from herself, so she's going. Listen, hopefully they better not put my baby in the box, man. I swear to fucking God. But Boyd trying to save her, so she might still be going crazy. Something else may be going on there. Julie is going to get the mushrooms. This is when she's probably going to get some mushrooms and open up her power when it's all said and done. Because she's got to get the mushrooms when it's all said and done. She's got to get the tripping to get that going.
Do you think there's a chance Boyd comes back and actually tries to help Acosta and they connect in any way?
It says he tries to save her from herself, so she's got to be doing something that Boyd knows is going to be detrimental. But it says try. It didn't say succeed. It said he tries, and that's the whole thing. So,
and it didn't say he intentionally butts heads with her again. So maybe he actually tries with her.
Oh my God!
What's going to happen with Acosta next week? Is she getting? Could it be?
Nothing.
Oh, it could be. It could be a swan song episode.
Shut up, bro. You don't say that, man. This is my celebrity crush. You're not allowed to say that about her. Leave it alone. She's got to stay. She's got to stay.
The longer she stays, the more Sarah is at risk. I'm protecting my situation.
Jesus Christ, man.
She's gonna kill Sarah. She's gonna kill Sarah. Sarah's gonna die.
How is Acosta going to kill Sarah?
I don't know. She's just going to do something. I was confusing Acosta with Sophia for a second.
Oh my God! All right, she better stay.
Acosta's not going in the box. Acosta's definitely. Elgin's not going in the box. No one else is ever going in the goddamn box.
I don't know. Why bring it up if they're not going to do something with it? Something may go down.
Maybe, but he'll get busted out of that box. They won't leave Elgin in the box.
Yeah, we only seen one. The only person we've seen as got in the box did it to themselves.
Do you really think Boyd would put Elgin in the box?
I don't know. It all depends how it may not be a decision of his. If he's taken out of power and there's new people in power and the people demand it, there's nothing he could do. He could try to talk them out of it, but if they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it. There's just too many of them, and that's just the way it goes.
Was Boyd too hard on Elgin, as Jen Hack asks?
And people said the synopsis is saying that Tabitha embarks on a desperate gamble and Victor joins Ethan in the quest for answers. So we'll have Victor and Ethan go out, find the costume of the man in yellow. That's what we've seen in the trailer. Tabitha embarks on a desperate gamble. it sounds like she might be trying to go through another faraway tree. That's what that sounds like to me. But so we'll see. It's a lot going on in that episode.
Yeah. Did anyone? We obviously didn't watch it yet. It'll be posted at some point. But did anyone watch the episode live and see the trailer after the episode for next week?
Do they show it in the trailer?
They show it when they show the episode live.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Because I don't get the trailer on the fucking app.
Neither do I. I think the benefit of watching it live is that you get to watch the trailer live right after the episode.
And what's that? MGM?
Whatever channel it's on. Yeah, some shit like that. OW says they just saw it on YouTube. Well, what's going on? What's going on with the trailer? What's going on with the trailer? OW? Why are you holding out? Why are you holding out on this? OW? What's going on?
No, well, I have to take a look at that and see what it is and stuff. But all right, let's get up out of here. Let me get up out of here. We've been on here for 3 hours. I got to work in the goddamn morning. Still not rich yet. So we got to get rich. So we don't have to do that. I can just keep out here and keep doing this with y'all for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, we'd be on 2 more hours if this was our job.
Yeah, listen, I would put the trailer on right now if I could put the trailer on for you. But until then, I'll drop a video on the trailer tomorrow for you. How about that? That's the best I could do for you on that and everything else. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming through. Thanks for all the super chats. Thanks for all the donations. Thanks everybody for rocking with us, even when people try to undercut us purposely. Still doesn't work. We still have over 330 people up in here.
We still have 320 people right now.
Yeah, keep repping for you boys. You know how we do. We'll be about that life and stuff. We will be back on Tuesday night with the theory stream, and then we'll keep it rocking and everything else like that. Phil, you got anything else going on like that?
Maybe some more stuff this week, but just make sure if you're watching on my channel. Oh, Apulia with the $20 super chat at the last minute here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, very, very generous. Apulia to donate Phil 20 beans, man. I really appreciate
Make
that.
sure if you happen to be on my channel and you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to Teflon TV. Make sure you do the same thing. Help promote both of our channels and promote From All the Way. And make sure you're checking out all Tony's breakdown and theory videos. And if you want more ranting and raving and goofy ass shit, make sure you subscribe to my channel as well.
100%. And if you like the way we do this, please thumbs up this, spread this across the realm, and of course, subscribe. And until